Yeah, because your time look going into.
Hello. Welcome to Positive Africa. Um, Bro Michelle,
Yes, I was.
what's Michelle Munina?
Whatever for you, so
Send an ABAC no Positive Africa. Good things about Africa. And no, and then a high life radio, a program I be no, seven no every third week of the month. And Mr. Obinshia and she, uh, in Temkakra, which is 4. Ɛwɔ yɛ ha na ɛyɛ 8 ɛwɔ Ghana ɛna yɛyɛ. This is how I Patrick Befi Kwasi Kankam ɛna Mr. Obin Dako. Ɛna na yɛhyia no. And that's one fine topic ɛwɔ sɛ yɛyɛ ho adwuma wɔ ha. But before then, I want you to share, subscribe, na like. Yɛn nim sɛ wopɛ sɛ adeɛ yɛyɛ wo fɛ na wopɛ sɛ tem biara ɛtumi ɛkɔ so kama. Wopɛ sɛ wo baabi a wo anim sɛ bɛyɛ a ɛbɛdi kan ɛwɔ nneɛma bebree mu. Wo share, wo like na amanfoɔ hwɛ a de bi yɛde ɛtotɔ. That's the program no ɛtumi duru akyire. Because we are changing so many your friends say minds ɛwɔ ha no. And the topic no yɛ become a money magnet. Unlock the secret behind the word thing. Sɛnɛ ɛsikafosi ɛdwen ɛna nɛ yɛbɛhwɛ ho asɛm aka. Kwasi Mejama, then I work my and
yeah.
But before then, no, Saturday, program ready. We are seeing Nana, sending we are seeing Kona summon up. The first say before a minute or two, be not Yakan will be cancer near started. But Kwasi Kwanza.
Sharp of a baby, yeah, you already be born to tell. And history need the Yadika say books na I recommend no. I try a possible way say a beat me aqua king can boost, but just a brief one. There's been more talks about a govobika say bibini crab then I an animal crano and my name a colleague bakunya who a yika say what were our ancestors doing, the tiani say nia wunsia and I say nia unim no untimindi one dance. So you are only talking about what other people's ancestors did because they've been projecting it. Oh dear, no, you have not intentionally decided to investigate and as a research into it. Obibeka say, Oko Ancient Greek, Oko even the places like Oko Spain, all these historical places now. Omaye Niema Kesebibre is the same thing that our ancestors did, but we've not intentionally decided to research into these things. How many people are even aware that even before the Great War of China, no, we had the Great War of the Benin Kingdom, Iowa, Nigeria, see, war, and yet British for invaded Nigeria, the Benin Kingdom, it would have been the longest war in the world compared to the Great War of China. No. Because projecting into, we don't know. People look down on our culture. They forget that you use the Ashantis as an example, not any tribal Arabia. But then if you look at their democratic system, say be seems near the Kwan Himfia, the way on Hinino, Ebemo Bia Abonin Crew is the same thing that they learn. Oko Kota, Abia, lawyer we were defendant, and the prosecution team, you know, Obia Bekanasem. So all these things were learned from Africa. All these things they came to Africa to study it. But only 400 years ago, which is slave trade in Titembiano, at the end form, and my NG and who say, yen beat me, IABB. And that is why I keep saying that books now I recommend, you know, try as much as possible to read those and then try as much as possible to do research. To be the to format, you can always counter them with this factual information. And I wanted to go deep, but I will go deep. We can get more from today's topic.
It shall be Kosia sorry. Abna Chamunina, be a man who will be more tea free. Well, tea free is against your meal. Mr. Way, that topic, let's say you can becoming a money magnet, you know, unlock the secret behind how be how the wealthy think. And then but before they said them kind of Saturday topic, and it was very touchy to me. Sum it up 2 minutes, my young Canadian. So digital world, digital product, digital BBR. It was
no, and then a branch of our said a message. Poku Bay was it Adeche or practice or Tonfu accessories? You had or call TikTok so or the torso or ton 3,000 or
look at that.
Yeah,
look at that too.
And Oze no in India no tools no tools no and it was we are see a coba tembi. I know phone Irakura now home Iraq. So we can say first pa just or photoca or long distance and then WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, all kind of apps are ultimately a cost. Virtually zero cost. Sorry, we are saying zero. And is a one come no one who coin faso at last we are anymore. We are speaking to na unim dia no kradunya. Un say baby a co school se wo. Nim dia bebre ebo ho da wo se se. As a matter of fact, so him krada say nim dia na wo se se no. Di pare bebre nya so faso se na dia kwotena o kraba professor for chire se.
Yeah.
Wo ka practical information pa sanko for abra directly. Again said the digital world no the abano. It seems to be more powerful than the Kotia Sika Bibre Krakopen. I mean, and some Bibre actually go for classroom can say PSika can say or background still besides a dear one. And so Branty and just about 1 hour or 2 hours. Oh, yeah, I don't know phone no they call yeah. And so far so multiples. Why so and then go for Bibre connecting. When say ye dear Nankasano, so we pen him dear. Na fe wonin krofo a wo mo adwene te se wadwene hia na de omunim ene de omo won wo so tap bi no sa no ma nyina ya ecosystem a edi ye de ede e ba na me dwen say sa digital world no now it's borderless. It's just like the spiritual world. There's no border now, there's no hindrance, there's no control. Entry point is almost zero, and bibia person osua bia no betuma sua no at anywhere. Can come chere me baboy no chere mo or the mo technology school code in here. This is what America create Ghana. Okay, can kwara bebre bom. Just about maybe 15-20 years ago, that was not possible.
Yeah.
And so we live in a world of possibility now. And so we are saying, we just say, "Will be ultimate isusa world no digital world no." The bia will be the hiane say who ya was away. And the books be brave. First bank after a paper publisher no akwa hwan and no try na dey ato.
Na dey ato.
Go go print it. America no ham kra dey. And then the avenues for the digital income inflow in thousands and millions. Yeah. I think it's uncountable. It's uncountable. Would you even say YouTube you can count as many as maybe 1,000 different ways. I'll be to the YouTube in your sky. Apart from Momono AdSense, go for the brain, so they build all kind of clouds, all kind of products and creating without any formal training. Go for the brain, no more making millions on YouTube. When you YouTube through a Facebook, the same TikTok, all these other platforms. And some of our books affiliate marketing, all kind of things. And some of the physical product, no. Example, normal. Opam ontade say just because we build the clouds into and any people breeding it. You say we dey na nkasa no see animu a e na ye to de wo no. It will be our team following. Say wo nipa 10 or more follow a there's value. Wo nipa 1,000 there's value. Nipa 100,000 there's value. As a matter of fact, across 100,000 per that is worth. If only you know how to turn it. So until I say what create YouTube, what create TikTok, what create Facebook. Obia, what me anya sa following ni bia no. Say ben crofo create me ton omo channels. Edge thousands.
Yeah.
So that is we call something digital asset. That's an asset.
Yeah.
It's just like Obia kwaji koko fodo. And as Obi don kromofo and as Obi esidai. Now where the world is the same. Omo call into higher form. So more programmers. So more call into crypto, forex trading, all kind of things. It is a world that is as unlimited as any other world. And Emrantian particularly, Nemaba, no intimate Savias and Qua say, Prekes and our tongue crana, these are also quite ben, I made me use that technology. I'm an adult sourcing the million. So this is as emphasis when you pack 10,000 follow me. I'm a ton Prekes is number 100 roses here. Nippo bit baby was oh, me, Prekes and Mofa be ready. No, until the old piano. They can hear Toswa and Major said, sour, that is what it has brought.
President is a bit trap said you online.
And just say yes, and I'm here 2 years will be in Tia Kaya Mobrano. So we are almost over.
Yeah.
Let me be school mark or special course, we know be a Piamicano. If you are in that level of thinking, you are late. And there will be a bit more creating sources of income. So long as you use and it's even independent of age now. In me sketches, or more platforms, or more to some for clicking yeska. On the Facebook, you try the crowd on Mutiaka.
Yeah,
now I say Africa, I know Mutai boom, but just the test pictures. I would talk around go for shot is a way of Mutiaka if only the page is monetized. Yeah. And even if it's $100 cry a month, that's the source of income.
Yeah.
And 100 no go tenor. It's not that $1,000. It's not $1,000. It's $1,000. And maybe I will be on $1,000 free. Oh, boy, I feeling 12,000. 12,000. So when you answer, I'll bet my investor that 12,000 over time can become millions. The Mary said, this world that we live in, every talent, every gift, every expertise is now valuable. So long as we bet my building. The right following in the right community, So I may just say a whole world that also will be idle is here. Now over time, we invest all time more. The way be also a super. I mean, you hide down your business. Even your normal your books with the idea. Maybe say normal traditional media not they promote the this clouds I build the fix the and one am I no money be quite.
Yeah,
I mean, there are a lot of videos now on people's phones watching, and they are watching them. They didn't hear. It's the world. It's this digital world. Until they hear and say, "Obia no bit my invested some bit of your time in it."
No, I'm cry for cry. I'm say you only need 2,000 pay, and found say what your friend is saying. What 100,000 followers, 2,000. We usually year. You only need 2,000. And then people say we share crash with the answer internet ne phone a bit in the eye. So we be no the better so.
Wow.
Yo, share a topic no. Is it becoming a money magnet? And you can say money magnet. Most no saying.
And you say oh soon someone to make Jessica.
This is to be Humska.
Baby, I say it's almost every steam. Yeah, coins. And in our system, no shame, no matter more forces to be home. And here, what did be your friend magnetic field? It is if it's within that magnetic field, I bet you know. It is a magnetic field. Lose what? The speaker, you know, me so I don't tie for pa. More for radio, no makofa. Utu two bones steam bio. That's right. It was all the coins be I think it's a build-up. A idea was a obey a force also when I will create. And this our force, it takes time and will be at me creative. And maybe I say the base of it information, financial information also one, wealth information also one, money information also one, and it's built over time. And maybe say it will not take you less than 10 years to build that. It will build this awareness now. After once and now I started edge, the baby also one, then normal also to two, then normal also tears and conforms also normal. See, I will see easily who say we are no. The ones will be a wire Saturday do baby about say at summer. I did that why you able to run one or the necessary one was an ice car. It's a force that is built over time. It just like but you'll be by a network issue say I be 10,000.
Because we build that, you know.
We build this clouds, you know, over time based on the oil. So a politician, so a software, so a musician. The one young phone no. We will have the Facebook could be 10 million as 100 million grand or so. And this one no basu say I know share on the network and the all of a sudden boom. Because I soon and yes soon. A idea or no the time I day. I share over time. And the person who say the patinachi and again says magnetic or money magnet no is that, and the base of it is the money information. And it's a wunya information ni pe na fe no maybe house that is all those ekeka pe bo say until I mean you say here e idea nyame de bo bi. And I mean say you say ye die so e tire. Again say e sa no ma no ye de tete ope na wo bie wakoma so obesua eno ano no. Wo mo a wo de hia kɔ wuo no dodo no a no menka wo nyina ba dodo no a no especially a tipemfo ne ade no e nkofo a wo ma dwen say omu GDP omu wo ene adwen bi e da omu tirim a wo ntimi nyai mu a wo ma so mu kun friends a chinchin no ene nti na say bi omu timi bi hia economy. There are so many ways and nkofo de make it ska bi na ne ye ka ho asem sisi e. There are so many ways. There is a professor or child or top university or be a 15,000, 20,000. And it will be also a critical course. On your professor will put a PhD, nothing. It's on your multiples of that 10,000 and as a 15,000. It's a different world. And you want to so bit my money magnet now. It means that you are fluid. There's high level of fluidity. You flow. When you are not stagnant. There be information will be an open. They drew on us also some. So same vice to see a technology. We do how we are branches is it kankamo. And so technology will share. If you already took better pet when in the idea. Because I am ready. Into only 707 So because Diana, any access to technology skill be our one, any access to communication to be our one, visibility to be our one, there's worth in it. Into all of the other who's your phone, and any part of the knows particularly I had also the government and I say it in Titiana or Modia Shemuno. A lot of us will not become that magnet anyway. Because of Titiana, maybe a free. You want to say, oh, school pet. No konya on your course of papa. No your good grader. Ubenyeska. Uko hested is this one tis out. But I conversations would to me bomb baby amuya. Ubenyeska. And that's what tis out. But also peshire. And now pesteka or pesun sum sobolo. Then they will be crowd call elko and say castle and crank and get a mukuni padia kodiska.
Hey?
So and the sign no money in what is that? So many be a so and it's a belief system actually. You should believe so will be a bit me. He will do also on any bit my medium who will be a bit many and so idea. And it comes from the way you break things down in your mind.
Wow.
Because you go ahead.
Yeah, of a referee. Yeah, at the end there, was a legend. You now could deep grab out where you need my because becoming a magnet, from the angle that you become somebody who is very valuable. As a you come to the realization that money is a tool, and you know, to say all these big advertising companies, and I say, this particular product, Coca-Cola, soft drink beer, oh yeah, dang. And let's say we are say, oh yeah, dang. Nipa Bibri Coca-Cola. And the way they position themselves in such a way, say they become so much attractive. Your other fizzy drinks or your Pepsi, your all these, your so many of them. But why is it that Coca-Cola is always standing out? It's because of the value creation system or my creating as a brand. And the way cry example, even in our communities, the most beautiful lady, a lot of men will always, rush towards say, "Hey, Norma," because she's very attractive. Sana so they say opposition in such a way. Oh, yeah, young lady, oh, yeah, young guy. Niemana, oh, yeah, no. There's this gentleman or connected mindset. Our friend, Moses Arthur. Now, also starting, now or yeah, videos or Instagram, now post to. But now, on the so ye BBA keke. So he wanted to venture into real estate. Or one gentleman, my friend, Dr. Stephen Debra, he's also into real estate. And papa no ebe catcher and say, "Oh, that was a turning point in his life. It was a big turning point in his life. Oh yeah, the value that you create, how you present yourself to others, makes you become that magnet that we are talking about. Yembebre, sebia, yenya kwenya ne ni pani bi ahia. A damn pan a year anti-penny no more be a bit with the boy. Phone so what are you talking about? And send Ben Aoka and then Dema Ben oh yeah. All those things position you in such a way that you become very valuable. So you have to be very deliberate about it. Now we just live in our hope. And Madam we continue to live in hopes, and then we forget to ask ourselves, okay, why you knew how age, but near my achieve will be that. Not because he or she was born with these items in his hand. We share be a minimum. And at the corner we share na minimum no. And then the didn't see Jinabia say no. And man nipa be the numbers game. Legend always talks about that. The numbers game. If you have the numbers and then you are valuable, you are in your world already. Now we are saying California at the phone. The way almost so drain different from the way Sebi Obinso ye here ni Edwin. And most of the time, say a poverty and I say a case will be a poor. We are always thinking about say the person does not have money. I strongly believe that when we talk about poverty or poor, it means that somebody who lacks ideas, somebody who might not be thinking in the right direction. And that is why Sebi Obi or here in the circle now, you are most likely to find out that the crop for you are the average, your worth is the average of your friends. In the same way, Nipa 50, Nipa 50, what is most likely going to be the average of the entire 50. So the people that you associate with, the way you are thinking, how you're able to create ideas and how you present yourself to be very valuable becoming money magnet in the second the aim be do but say oh yeah it creates value for people. The money will automatically come. Hey, Mercedes-Benz car CCR your uncle for how am I ready to go for it no matter how expensive it's going to be.
iPhone product about what look at that was saline my
like yes, and that is the way they are thinking. Apple is thinking that we'll say, okay, let's create value for the people. But a free iPhone 11 Urbano is literally the same thing. Okay, designer is literally the same thing. Maybe the chip maybe a camera quality, but it's literally the same thing. But they've created that value system for themselves. And then Apple beating my iPhone. Or maybe no man can say iPhone 18. No more the $2,000 at also they will get people to buy. So it's the same thing. Most of the time, even these top auto manufacturing companies, sometimes they might be whack. Papa might be so much durable than them, but again, is the value creation system, and after they attract a certain caliber of people towards them. Into a young person, a young guy, a dream, how you are positioning yourself, how you are presenting yourself, is what we are talking about as the money magnet. Because then the metric and the more you have people, and then you are having something that you are selling to the people, whether a service or maybe some value system or a product, automatically you become wealthy along the way.
Now, you see a person unlocking the secret behind that, the way they think. Bro, send a dream. Send a me magnet na. Emma more followers, Emma the things almost edit followers, edit your friends saying that value no this can bro. Say no more.
They are obsessed. They are all beyond obsession. I say possession, they become possessed. So the BBC na nisua. O person obo nyuma, enyum na na obo. O dwen say so anye we o ha wonye ye bi. Ni bibia wo de kohye. Say o person or build the factory and no ko about say everything is about that. So your programmer is the same. Or build the business is the same. Bibi o ye bia no tim say uhyia no a wo de panel wo no ani moja no say wo de lab kra ko hema o tim say ade na wo ye no nko a. Won fa say na menya baabi na menya aduane ni na me mabusuafo mpeme won hyia no won keka san sem no ade na si na ni so no emfa ho ne background say ofiri background da sika ni ho anase woni mua no sa ade na waka se wo kwa akopɛ no anase wo akopɛ no kwan bia obefa so akopɛ bia akopɛ do show no mo kasa on say de woni we bi no on ne kasa kakra bia na obeba bu o bibi si na ni so bato o twen so bi nso de sa. These other guys don't think like that. They don't wait for anybody to give them support. But be also could be as a cobacona sanya ya, obeko miensa 9. So also call 1 million times a crown son when you said your hena obeko. Sanko for no more, be a sin and to be a. And when you say, so and just when you be. They see the world as everybody can have something.
Abundance.
And it's a wunya or shiner, and as a wunya or victory noah. He's not disturbed. And these are people who think possibility. And Utinu said they are very much people connected. They're able to see who to connect for the vision to become reality. And this uncle for Wemono Sebe. We have more power, or more to say that people we call middle class. They think opposite them. The world top 10% is wealthy. Bottom 20% is average poor. The middle is what we call the middle people. They are not rich. They are just red dressed. They are not wealthy. They are not money magnets. They are the lawyers, engineers, accountants. Uncle for we are call myself Montesa. One on Friday no noon phone. One on him so I ya there be. It is a advice about Kono and Sika 7 years or still Friday or person or party now or holiday. When this is about person holiday Tembia. These other guys don't think like that. If they can sacrifice for 20 years, no one come be they'll break it. Because they want something to hit. Almost like entirely different from the rest of the people. And they can withstand a lot of inconveniences and controversy.
Yeah.
And isolation. Move on.
Debbie.
One found cry. So Casso Beya, invites also a YouTube will be and fan hokra. So long as or beba 10 beer over every 10 beer over, so will be here, so be here. And the boss said gradually was another half a picket. It's a psyche. These guys, Omabamumu Kra just obey ya, Copumsa did be. And Tembia, no team said they live in a high spiritual realm. That sense of mission. Or says one, yes, I did now. Anyway, maybe as granky. And so, person who couldn't obey more kuno. That's all benches out in every insect. Tumbo's Omudru level beer. Now they have notoriety, they have power. Bibi Obeka Biano team said a basic and a babe something valuable to say that I can come. And sometimes with Simua was Simus but what to a near. What your power on or young for? Do draw send and what's these tendencies? That's why many of us don't become that. Many of us. That's why many of us will struggle. Kakrebi was you see that you're talking. We can't attract anything. They think in a different way.
This Friday.
Kwame say they don't say they don't value or say thank God it's Friday.
They don't. These are people I think so person you be here. We the obey.
We in the obey.
We go our new Google still work. Why not be so big people this factory no? Ni fear work Robert Tomaco. Na busuafo ne na ekon wo se tambia ware no ho se woro no de oye bia de do no anu ne nyaade. These are people who become hugely successful and obetima ko any society. These people, they're almost like mentally unfit. That's what I've seen. We have more stories now. I say, one tell massive. The average person I was struggling with one test angle for nothing. The obey piano, what is I built a company to baby was okay, me free across aqua for fabric account. Besides another now you be at the forefront. And they are great achievers. They are great achievers. So when so criticize no man I do baby about the second bar na day. But of course so praise I go see 3-bedroom. Or yeah, Juma or bank this guy 5,000. What I could see that. So I go for mom praise no man hokora.
Nyo kra na adwen wo.
There be na adwen hokora. What that singing room kra na kete na say wa won fa ho. Won fa ho, wo mo ti wiase bi a Ushia no I said Nancy otumfo ye o ho akonfo no ye no mu ina de ho ba o mutiwi ase foforo mi hu sa abaya ba ko bi okuta poma no okọ se o tim se ye nyina ye hu se wo ya abaya ba won nante sa abrewa what tiwi ase foforo tabia o shia na asama wo kan different they are innovating
and this and Sandu to say as a normal person to say
there be. And to be our person or drew level no be the BSc when should be our DSc when so say phone na wo ye say Ghana wo die say computer na wo programming say cars na wo person wo ye so a mechanic then be able to polish our skill and they are always producing, they are always adding value, their thinking is different. And me doing say as I level na edin ti do no enru ho o do no enru ho en ko ba nipa do no edin no wafo e wofo is at the top of the pinnacle, is at the top of the pyramid. They're different, they see the world differently, so they are not average thinkers at all. They're different, and ultimately say emfa ho ne background they are different. And what to any I won't tell who almost are.
Say, anyway, I can't care for pa. Zanetta, or say, men connecting or Bibika, you want to contribute. Remember, remember, at the time I buy, I know I click is no about 10. I don't know if you pay for the idea him or who was our level.
And they are not necessarily driven by money to say, yeah, you know, because you can see, they have different, and yet the money per se. No. It's value be our person at the time be it was a time be and then now who is a different person. Time be about at the forefront neighbor. You hardly can understand them.
It had a bimutimi a dream, sir, bimutimi, yes, I don't know. Emma, TBS, would say, okay, so move, yes, for cry. Many of them are more, sir. I think the capacity to think fast omo de buy and I feel omo the one farmer no so could develop to most enkrofo di agoro tem bia na osua bibi se munyina omo to spa me ade wo to ate onko anu ate ne ho akɔhye ba bi na oye fichire bi wo kai bibi wo hwe bibi tem bia o tim se ne mre no wo de hwe bibi foforo o training no ho to bonze wa ya che obi a oye top level performer bia no that's it. And more macaros eyes or a I call it the can do spirit. Yeah, because sometimes we say Kufubu said you can be achievers who share the level. Only panic casap within 5 minutes. What him say? Quite okay, one as well. Which is an different, you know. Now it shows so. It shows so. We will be observer what him say. Different. What's your question, Biako?
Yeah, I think before I start my question is legend. These people who become wealthy, one of their secrets is that they practice Friday be signal noise ratio. Also nipa yo nema be braya distracting. Those are the noise. And a true doing see at the crowd person is the signal. And it will share all these, most of these wealthy people now, sometimes they will be separated from maybe family, they will be separated from loved ones, they will be now for crying because your person, all those things are a distraction to him or her until say obetime do baby or person will do no. All those things become a distraction for him or her. And I think those are the things sometimes he will be messy. And only discipline and focus. They are very, 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 very disciplined. Say they will make sure that consistently they are doing that. And it makes me believe that success, as we always talk about, is not sudden. And I say it's not immediate. Let me use immediate rather. Success is not immediate. So be on the four and also is Kenya. And yes, so fiti prekupan obinya. And then secondly, collapse is not sudden. Say be a wise be a duregu after they are being here no a pasca aye basa. So they think process thinking. That is what I'm trying to bring up. Process thinking. Okay, we nam DSA a BC because we boomer a BC we nam a BC and all those things. It comes by practice. And for you to be able to consistently do that, you need to have that discipline. A lot of us focus on motivation. Motivation I say yeah, the kawa not dimika. But if you are not disciplined, you are not deep. But those who have been consistent, they probably need the motivation to start. But because they are very deep, even when there is not enough motivation, they will still continue to go. Yeah. Legend, my question any Argentina Oshe yen fine before 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 ye nipa bia yes me dream quite chiripa na yen titiye anase yen chire na ama yen mu bebre no we feel like we are boxed because if you look at the average African or the average Ghanaian ye catch them say opeso udi ya wa kusku auko de miawani anesua de make sure that you get first class, get all those things. We are not saying it's not good. It's very good if you can get it. But make sure we are saying for now. I've come to realize that most of them, they were thinking outside the box. And they were school dropouts. We are not telling anybody to drop out of school. But why is that most of these people, they were thinking outside the normal curriculum? Now you could to say high school, university, or electrical engineering, or medicine, because there are people who are doing high paying jobs, they are not wealthy. But most of these wealthy people, some of them, they did not even complete college, they don't even have a degree. So how are they thinking, and why did they decide to think outside the box?
So we pick it, we call back 500 years ago to now. Education So education abroad no hu na busuafo wo history to famua is different from who bibini a obefa the same education. Okay. Abubi enena medwin bibi ho. Before bebre yenim ye ho.
Wow.
And nipa a wonim no ho no yedie ebebo. Ahodi a obetimi de akekere yedie na ebebo. Ti enye major problem pa ye. Education now over the last 200, 300 years, Brunini designing ya so because so far we are refuse. Nipa bia ne we free baby of free no. Won't mean kunnen and connenim any. This is a fact. It is said via any hini. Intieno, so him what they have me what we invest for Ghana or Costa America. For better minimum, Muno Mushia, so Musikasa. What came by also to say, Ira? Or pursue ye be beer to say you are Brunino. Into a Ben Brunia or civilized. Now, a Japadi be or have on any new. When it didn't come up, one cast and Papa be a Fagana. One cast and Papa be a Fabi man. I can tell you 79% of your pro forma school at the Sewa Bruche, way to more Ghana knee. what transfer system anymore, and it's not because you're born no, and to processes, you know, will be a do family, and as a wood name with history, you are lost forever. And for me, that is a major break. Such systems now bro fully designing ya wo modi dominate ye no mo ka se no ne yem famu ne yem fantete ye no eno na ma ye nkofo ne hu yedie pa yedie ndu mo so o hwe no ho a hwe si osi dress hwe si osi kasa hwe si osi tete ma. And the second thing is that we mu nyina chi no hindrances also overcome and said otimi achichire yedie no kosi bro ne chichire no wamfa na nka ho. Systems ya brofo achichira yetimi di no yenka ho bi ndubo se yenya no kwa obeye omo e from one middle ho na bi ndubo so kwa but system na nkasa de wontimi chichiri bi and yedi a wankasa wantimi anchichire wa system no enye yedi. You cannot attract money when you don't build your own structure, and yet that structure no awo yetuntum no obetima build it must be built on your heritage, on your history, on your self-identity. And that self-identity is not in our training. So what we have in our training is condemnation. To those who will be a what team are building the how many Africans in medical school, or mere doctors, lawyers, are study all these great African empires? Or bet my country say no, you're considering the bachelor is in your normal, you're the bachelor is DA, you're not bachelor is building civilization. And the science seminar friends say can come the ye dear far by power.
Wow.
And the be near one name's Hano man. I was running at it no. Ye dear won't be bet my marking anywhere. Because I'm broaching ya obey. Look at the percentages. I have so I won't pay wapo. To both have no I'm telling you to only 100,000 or so a year, but no. In Kaho, say ye did 100,000.
Nanka, let me say, and yet ye didn't. I can't say 100,000, nay, 1 million. Ye dear pa. It was a nipano or statistics was shown a back of seminar. I feel both a Japadi biano, a dientia, because who sending an amu yebi was all power of beer, Mali Empire. So. Ubetima fa bia so high asante what's what sanoma we nyina ye dia na chese miso metima ye but so wontimi connect sanoma na obere waye wontimi nye eno tu yankofo no dwen ketwa bi na omodwe omko am kakra bi na kakra bi na ni aso do ankofo timi because obi person odi usu a sebe this great heritage on chira wo da. And it's easy for you to overcome any people who need that sense of great heritage. It was in the case I was so unpaid. Here, Asanteman, I said, I'm here will be video. Asanteman had its own centralized government.
Yes.
There was gold reserve, military system, education, and it's also a dear call anymore. Okasa. And the moment you bet you say you'll be a bachelor on an amunim that ano, na your interception, interjection be the bemono. I feel who's also bet my year because we nipa. But you know what bossy to about tie and a reference in Einstein and Faraday no. Who said subconsciously who knows bet my. So to become money magnet, every race. So are Arab, so are Chinese, so are Caucasian. I can tell you one common thing. They accept who they are and they accept their heritage. Beer market anyway. The top Chinese is exceptional. The Arab, the same.
Yes.
Arab will be what deals. The all family they're fine. But Arab be what's right. Only the heritage. As a matter of fact, there was a time a billionaire became me. Was said for you to be a billionaire, at least 1,000 years your family history you must know.
I 1,000 years. 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 1,000 years.
What can Obeka Odi agro?
True.
I'm before I bobo mudini, you know. Maka o share one cowboys or Maka almost a super almost a cancer when I be superficial. But so show core beliefs here. Trump here with him. James was jidis or a bruni now, money in Yansa. We end the day with you too. And was a man, and we, you know, made you think I said, Yeda. So, it will be play a game at the very top level. Big Gates, you know, the same. All these guys. Like the Chinese government, the president, look at them. Young Kwao Teno now Baha. So you can't play at that level until you accept who you are and you know your heritage. And it's not independence, no. A deep sense of that heritage. Because how systemic Africans were. How structured and scientific they were. Therefore, also be the bebo. We just say, oh no, you have what it takes to build it. Because when you operate at that level, I didn't say you are not enough. Do you want to say, well, more breaky sound, but into the table, do also a basa because the history binds you. Will be a deep African history, biano, or percentage you. So also a selfish. One person be trusting in you will name that history.
And you're not talking of just 500 years history.
No. Deep one. Deep. Who share any strong African biana that mind is healed. And he connects with the greatness of his ancestors. Who needs our history now? You can't connect. Therefore, you can't be that worthy. This is all chain will be able to answer. You need to pay for nature IMF. It's near to go to so. It's that lack of that deep history. To share any great African leader, Biana, or GD say bit much a sense of history is there because that interception. I brought phone since some Mudi D and honor 500 years, you know, so 400 years, you know, only a problem. In the African be a bit my jump biano, you must correct that one. And some information on Modi Gusu de Tetieno will make sure say will not become that money magnet. And then society. And it's a deep war. And so long as the team build a system, I think for be year free and change no more fast training way, that correction will not be there. Because that system was designed to produce average people who are dissociated from their heritage and their sense of being and identity. To hear you say tetenema, on person nema kura back gain so mo ye Ghana for na so mo ye before. Because on one kasa no woni to ayira. It is very easy for anybody to convince the children the man say, oh yeah, civil a friend say engineer na yeah juma kakra bi 100,000 is okay. Very easy for you to convince the people who don't know who they are to enslave for you and be happy. Very easy. Wow. So that deep history for me, and then the be correct is I don't know. It will be a once you are no boy. I'm telling you, forget it. It's a deep politics, you know, for kakra. But so one gets a power chichire. And I will tell you, sorry, kakra for the collection. But with the creativity, innovation, resilience, toughness, I will create be a valuable change society now also so be worthy. You can't do that with that separation now above creating. That education cannot cut it. You can go to Harvard because that Harvard education is for the white man. It's not for us.
Now the idea who's saying, you know, be interested.
And one can go.
Koni mobiani. There be babiani.
Sir, and took out 320,000.
And saying, ya more beardy.
That's right.
Bibia, no, say yes, I want to be a Timia Shada. Oh, mammy, be a Timia.
Better than what me.
The what me.
Sir, until she am Miana, what America about 20 years, I was so a year when I was. I'm telling you.
Napoleon kind of say, a friend say, well, no, I'll say, or say, race, and call baby. It just been changed in the work clothes. It's now, and yet your friends say physical beauty. I change it. I say working journey. I change it. Is it mental? So because school, no school now. I'm on and anything with that. Yeah, what you want to cry? What you want to then you'll be one chain because African, the whole continent.
Yeah, more be the sad thing is that a by here person or the Mudiabum. But the man mean to qua a money at the mobile. But Bobby be a creative, a worth. Yeah, you must remain at the matron chain. Thinking at the matron chain. Innovation. It won't be our class, you know. So high level thinking when you be that.
Well, she said, Yakuskua, yes, science. Not last time we cover Banyu number secret. You Bahayao. As should the Pian who are Yakuskua, on my tears, say,
right.
Oh, to me, Bisa.
Yeah.
How many people crying what this line has a seer when you say Benin War was one of the greatest?
Yeah. Yenny, me was a Chinese local school. I checked the Bruni when you be called our copy. Yes. Arab so copy. Young Koa Copebia almost only I came by a back was it. Then bizarre is in Oka sorry them Bible John chapter 1 is in there. Every day what you are being taught is history. Because you can't create the future
without history. Yeah.
Without history.
Yes. And
yeah, pen over catches us history here. Anything to be creative.
And I believe
a history class started from your friends say
slavery. Slave trade. And however, once unlocking the world security, say every country a microphone ADE and also moko and also my build your structures now and the be a microphone etias number 1. And then number 2, say the no Africa or most African countries are powerful. It was because their culture was very paramount in everything that they did.
That's right.
And into Oba, the Mali, Shanghai, Old Ghana Empire, Oba, Timbuktu, all those places, their culture was very paramount. And that is why they were very rich or they were very wealthy. And to buy a situation to say Ghana, to say Galam, say near Kosi, the secret is one. If we really want to solve the issue, give majority of the power to the opinion leaders and I say traditional rulers. No, that will be the secret. But no into automatically you don't respect the tradition again. Queen Elizabeth, do you know how much they're able to generate when they watch just one match in the English Premier League? Recently, Nana Otunfo said to a Asante how dare you say but this same person
primitive
yes and it's a big problem. It's just a day. It's just a day thing. Titino, never catch us. Oh, baby, in Suda about 100 meters away. Yeah, John saw our Nine and no ebia unkuta measuring table. They measure say 100 meters away. We catch us. Okay, if dia kese we a free hawk on Udua and John so why they knew that when you pee over there, definitely assassin a pemia board. Don't so need to go in soon. I bet me a sense because no. All those things, they knew what they were doing. Those times, not in sense they were preserving the water bodies. They were doing all those things based on the context of our culture. Because it has a whole lot of meaning. Literature, all those kind of things. Yes.
So even Ghana proud of her, and tribes are very proud of their heritage and their culture. They are the ones doing well.
Yes.
Because we are so one you want to more. Who ferry a bed way? Impossible.
You're proud
And they
of
say,
what
inquire
you
to
have.
Thomas Bruchilla, a Pharisee of the Bible be Mamuno. You are producing slaves. Oh, boy. Go share Bronia Parana, or catch us and an among the slave. So we name history beyond data or break it. The better what to build the company. What do you mean build it? It's a battle of identity.
Building companies.
Yes. Sir. It was sorry, I was yes. When none enemy. What can they was in the enemy?
We share
charity crowd in the more.
She walks cry a coy. So, share Santi history class here. Oma will be near slaves or. But the moment Omu will be back home on be defeating panel. No more many panel position.
Sir, or be part of them.
We're part of them. That's all they spread the whole way.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway,
now one you don't cast a question about Moferi. The whole person who created before. What was she suit to about I come from? Emma England is an example. Wobwa. Mokawi will be at Minyari. Omun na betwere document akotwen moa. Sa.
Then you didn't before you come.
One secret, Okasa no ene o culture, and
yeah.
You say very evident because say even testimony videos here man for the buyer. Say ubu okra oye top performing be a college professor, and also would be a kese or Ghana boss. Marco schools about there we now meaning so the worthy definitely operate within the context of their culture.
Yeah.
That is one secret.
And this all person work of watch. I was say Jack the ben one on here now. Me kick up for kese bia. What say but you na wako school no about time. The can wo mu. Anything I want to mean chire man no. The can woni e ba be GH nyesa wo wie so okọ cerebro ni so nso. Because when you the award to more, you can't be independent.
Sometimes your money look like before because you buy and I say animals.
And very far from the reality. Ghana Empire ran for almost 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Now,
millions of people.
We need technology. We need way.
Need technology.
But you're running for 1,000 years.
No money school. No money writing system. Never
said okay, we running for 10 years.
Sir, all these kingdoms, they were civilized, way advanced, more than the Europeans.
Because culture be so bit retain our culture, no. At least I was some more 70-year background here, and some what retain is that, and some keep on moving.
Yeah,
it is 10 years. That not to me running for 1,000 years.
1,000 years.
Messi how you know kwasi broni ba ya wan kwa was say Jan and Tete wa ha. My very feel. Noah any how. We be doing send a beboy no. They are 5-3 hono e do so sene de nyae. Anything I say ya no science I say ya bo. You will fear ho ye nim ye ho.
Ye twebi.
Ye twebi ye memory ni ho. So we can connect with our greatness. I'm telling you, sir, we'll be at our best artists who share history in Biano. Kakrabi Kuta Biano, the Bayadi. We should be it. And yet, finance in the Sano Mana can handle a history now. Because I don't know Fapim.
Finance is it to be.
Sir, when you're Fapim, we are Mess Obesses are no Maso Kutabe. And none of my credit share me an oka. Obika be beach lady. Was it? Oh, Mitiam, we as I said, what yes, I say, I made on me. Ordinarily, Congodo. Nipani be breu. Was my quaji way, me and punching me yet way. Sa me was not Benomo Dado, and no crab, me is a baby, no, I'm quaho. We shall brand about boy in a profile. Was woe, me them hair and I'm a tear now. Me tear when I'm casting me quack fool. Do you have a move as to baby? No catching them, I mean, I'm so you want to be a man it's removed that send a bush of one once I see power moya de fool. America, a bushia once I sing Omoya Yavo. Ye kuro mo ya busua no asase kro mo se ehia mo. Wo mu de what in crime na busua wo be 100 acres wo ba bi.
Wow.
Ye se ehia mo. Brantie oye brofo na afi ono akodi akire. Na am so de opa ma ho 3 years na ekoda ho se wo ye mfuo se wo be ehia wa. Be di the rest of your life. Nti information ankofo ne de gu wo school no mo te kire say bibia e wo bi anye no. Yentimi nsoto no. Eno ena ama ye du be de edu.
Na me kra de me sisse sa information said ya okay. Si betimi kra ye kire na ye kire no ye krum kasa ya. Who's understanding no kra different.
Different. Hey, governance and science no harmony na yemfa ye de yemfam. Forget about the Monica. Ye sua de akoye bibi o. Yemfa nkoka brofo. Who sua de ko produce bibi na jese wo hu. Wo fa produce ya de e kan nhia. Brofo iso mo ka kire yentimi fa produce hey. Balu be na ye kredi.
Na say obi e de ayi obi ka brofo bi a nipa no etina almost gidi na je. Wo ye can't tree, ye can't ever, ye can't your friends and gun, ye mistake. I know yensre. Yes, no mumu. Obi ye na esua no na no can na ye mistake.
Any
so be petri no otia and the yensre no.
O say e wan wan say Ghana for do say te brofo. Na brofo ye kasa. E wan wan. Me dey say see a child for te brofo. Say dey te wa ha. Ye mu do na brofo ye carry keke ye te ase yo. Because ye te ase a mo me hwe de produce. The idea producing a chile. Dear the yetimi brofo na solve. Is it politics? Is it education? Dear the yetimi solve. Mun kan chile. Is it the health sector or the education sector or agriculture? Or finance? Mun kan chile. Ye nwa no mama ko school, especially lawyer for no crowd and me boof.
The Obi Kawaha. I say Peter Obi. What is it? Interview have 40K for economic short course and the professor never mentioned Africa. Or could be say, what is it?
Or say Africa is not part of the global economy. What is it? No. One. Now they are also running with the same lies. Into your bibinia, they are quasi bronican, one for one can, what boosa win any pa. What can I catch for in a walk? You are no correct.
You better na war.
Now, what cat me thing because also so wouldn't name history now. Really, way. African and winning history, no deeper history, no 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 year history, no, is not educated. Or he can be a lawyer, he can be a professor, he can be a doctor. He's not educated. What mean so? Hey, telling you. What do you pay? No, my dad. Just a brownish shell no man no the anymore. Asa. See, and she shall catch us on what she want me. To was a crutch in or train be or check the documents in his eye or Chemwa or chain IMF or chain JICA or share one European one. Sa, or catch us a cacrabi put out of Koya was it, baby. To was or chill business or chill your secret document a sponsorship. We have brownish business. A different from a business. Brownish business was a business funding, let's say, compare equity, compare bank funding, compare way. Me what? You will be. You be. And the brony business now watch or invest on. You find near Juma Waha. A junior is what we are counting. And yeah, Juma, I'm telling you. More than not, was brony so say no man. And for the culture, and it's a normal was here. Was Africa is not part of the world global economy.
But here for take you.
Yes.
Also to Africa.
I like for the envelope. Global.
It's controlled, right? And then let me tell one of the guys about gold. So it's American is in, we are in trillions in debt. Now, 1% gold they owe on. And say Trump say BB almost suggested somewhere. Somewhere saying commit me good normal reserve now on commit me at the accord. Your friend is saying Fed. Nanka Fed. I said what the Accord Bank. Gold me how ti as a certificate or you gold on. Ti as a collateral right now. Ya more muska. Now gold needs about be MCF be baby say 20 something, say 2,000. I said 20 something per se.
$1 trillion. Yeah.
Just a new baby 3 billion calculate a new and much. 1%, the 1% say instead of say bako it be a 1 hour near 20. Now bet me the 1 hour. So money between the 1 hour, bet me now 1 hour is 5,000. Now yes. Go do so much so e be say go. Na sa go na go no omo de omo na ko catch fed say we na fed etimi am muska. No mo de baba e de on be. We o say bisa say.
So no sika na we here.
Ye nti na here.
A game.
Okay, ka say ye bi say omo ne baba ko.
Omo ne baba ko.
O ka say wo ku.
Africa is not poor, mbo. A game, a machination.
Yeah.
So we can say be a poor in Africa. But once a million or course school, they are sent to science, the economy, economists. So, political science, Bruni and catching and all. To me, find you, but still only about the argument. Meanwhile, consider they drew her. Would change Mrana was so much changing over changing this. I was a constitution, dear constitution. I don't know go for terrible kind of constitution, dear constitution. Workers will come to us here, majority, or here majority of a call. Yeah, dear. More dear bro pie, dear Brunia Titina would dear so. One tip here, say Brunica Sayano, sorry. You can't only debate.
Yo. Yeah, call weekend. Dear, you expect weekend.
Okay, savings. Also, you want Rabbi a 5 year home. And no so be Muka Crabia, Obetima to 2 seconds. Yes, our savings. When you can savings, and yet the Brunica the Promonos and Fabeto on our more interest in the and find ye. We as a walk crack a crown, I'll be a caution be medical for forever. Desire Brunini tell me, and the last time you had cash flow, your class here, and my no over hard cash flow, so city. A lot of these terms, also, one on cut them on. See, Edmond Crumono, and this is Edmond, I hadn't to show. This one, so when the year will count, you said the same way the Edmond had. Nti besia se esi sa ye ka savings na ntiase a obetimi dia toto ne ye dia ye e de se farmer wo so wo de aburodi bi sie wo de sie yes aburodi da ho no ana e bia beka ho wo de sie na wo de akodua sare tio wo de sie na wo de akodua na adoso wenzo ke ga zo wo de kakra beto bank aboso me afi no ye be ma 3% untimi fanye ye sa manye enti o pe mechanism bi a de boa sikara no na wo de akoye de wo de ye ne hono na be wo mo ama wo sika sem wato eno say this so de no de ye adwuma ha pa no kofo no kan wo se ko hwe echi na twetwa bebre mu na de fa wa ha no mom na ya adwen de fa wa ha no fato nje so
yo eti 8 p.m. sharp. Oh, 30th September 2025. We see the it's Kasem Kradi here because 200 yeah. Who he has to be bisa say bisa so him fan about register. Numbers no because Kasem the 200 him say e kakra mu say enye den sa. Yo, bro. My randa na kwesi wo bibika.
I'm very happy. Beyond history, no, so I think people should also dissociate wealth from religious practices. Yes, we are saying they may not appear to be religious, but you think they are not spiritual. They are very spiritual. What is the spirituality we are talking about here? Is the highest level of thinking, where you reach and then you become very selfless. And then you take upon yourself the pain of the world to solve that problem. And in the highest level of thinking, which is your spirituality. And then when you look at all these wealthy people, they have the nature of the creator in them. Forget about don't associate wealth with religion. And Mihuni said, and no idea about what say it me separated those two now. A boy and me GDS or more No, bebu Ghana omomadi no bu because oh me say. But I'm beginning to believe that sometimes what they are talking about, that is not what they are practicing. They may be telling us something different, and I no practice BBA or no crano. Now dream and koso. Your wealth and your religion has nothing in common to do. Because senior your hand say I say Nema since will be one about no started training in term. It takes time to build great things. It takes time to be wealthy. So be one about no starting no training side way when the mofra brema, regardless of his or her religion. So chronic this will not practicing your training na obedi and found in a religion. It has nothing to do with it. Because when we see all these big guys who are innovators and doing all those kind of things, no. Ebi wo krampa sebi omo nkwa soro omo mfre nyame omo nye hwe no namu. But you might think they are not spiritual. They are very spiritual. Onye spiritual and onya that higher level of thinking because they connect with nature. And all these wealthy people and innovators, they connect with nature, and that is why they're able to innovate. Your wealth lies in the quality of innovations and value that you're able to present to your people. Because say yeah, senedi kan nipa no betu edu echi iPhone my for full kind amafa akosa lie ediso a omo ye dey omo. The same way, yes, so yeah, wealth I am more of religion. And inti amafo the to ticket about all the shoes. Yes, because you are becoming what you think. That is your mindset. You believe that except Mimbo Empire and Sana Menya Yedi. But Obo Empire somewhere in your sanctity and you don't have all this process thinking that we are talking about. Bones a team be are now Bonyameso was I didn't mean quite see. Now it's because there is something that you are lacking. And that thing that you are lacking is because you are not ready to be intentional, to put in the effort to learn. And indeed, one of the secrets, now you separate your wealth from religion. I know saying you probably but that is the truth. Separate your wealth from religion. I believe
only what do you bro? One on a year free. Then it's in a Ukuta Bible still over for gold. But Oban was in a minute bemo into Shano. Oh, yeah. And what church and conformers and making sure that we are a metro. And the actual one is a base at the end of Korean. We are the party here.
But sometimes now you can't say I will say a grow. And so a very weeper. We can say about full CD here, so still honor was here.
You probably the tools low. Only skill low. And the say I say, Oba, you see that I have electricians. Who name cable won't hay. Also, so Baba, why are dying? Empire band a bit material. Prophet band a bit material.
Yo, I'm saying the link never to your friend says another. I'm saying any abrepa. The link not to. Mr. Bian watch a link no. Your friend say that. I'm saying well, Cassania and the whole ton of cry. Before someone for the no. A paradigm shift Wednesdays. You talk about paradigm shift. No, you move a tin sim see now. You move forward, cry and then move forward at least you be kakra. Tim say near my cosmo, Ekasa, a bois, on Wednesdays, Kasa or paradigm shift.
Yeah, I think legend who was in Bia Tarkana and Eddie one can about the secret near only Sikana so Hieni in the agro. And Oshe ye system now. You got TikTok then once I've already said that the near man and my idea grow some unnecessary challenge. But China, they have a different version of TikTok. They know how to control it, they regulate it in such a way. Say near my sebi yeah stress among kwano and ba almost sign ho we obia or sebi here Ghana. Maybe we might be struggling in so many areas of our lives. But team be a TikToker. What the upper Masisia will being brand TikTok now on be near my yedi ni pattern. Bet nipa 10,000 no more read actually. But near be say a beboa ama nipa adri mateno. Because why demand tia ni yedi intem ewa pa wadwemu ntia no nipa mpe but ne mema na ni age obesere this that no na ni je match bibi ti say na deep thinking no. I think you can't be wealthy when you are shallow. That is the thing. The wealthy is very deep in their way of thinking. They are very deep in their delivery. They are very deep in the value that they also offer to humanity.
Absolutely.
Yo. Let me say, Joe. Jennifer. Let me see. Oh, Jennifer. Zeneta. Ana me who I feel me do about so. Joe.
Mr. Heavy.
Good day. I'm say the history there why you adwuma pa.
Hi, Mr. Heavy, Mr. Me other room and to me friend the agro.
One friend
The agro pa, you know, empires in me guso Asia. Baby me kwa hwe bia no me guso kakra na me search no eno na me di akire na aboa me yie ama madwene no mu ada ho. Ense na mo kan no nema bebre wo ho no ma kwasi bro no be kire ya yen adwene nse anu no yie ni asetena pa nti o bre kra na oso akoso ye no a yen tete ye na enyina ko wie tete ye na kanka mo ka bibi se omu ye nse hu na enu anom behwe so onipa na nya adwene mu haw adwene nko yie obie nu ho a ohwe yie di a obi ba ko di niam hu na chi nti se obi ye bibi hunu na se nkofo bebre edi ekira wahunu how a ye dwene ana kwan fa so dwene ya adwene ni adwuma na we kire se ye wo how kese pa na ni nyina ko wie abakosem no abakosem ni de se na me so be nka no enye born of a year asem for 10,000 ohonum na beboa na usu asese wusua eho na obehu se wasi broni enye no be kire bibini enete ya sha asese ye si dan nye ne ya sha asese yan no ye niama ye nduro no enye ne se bibini tumi ka kire se ti haba we na fesi jaso na num na de no be kwa science be na kire sa de we science be wan question no classroom wan ko trans no lab but ni automatically ya bibini ankasa na otumi se ya da dum yen because oni gban tumi ka kire se ti haba we fa gbukuku na num na ho beto emma wo a mo kwa yare sabia ko nkro nketua no mu a wo ho hospitals ama ne ene chief compound makosi nkofo nko adentia aduane no mu di ni mo nyare so ho nanso no na be obetumi di efinti no odentia fofo bi breye nti me bom ba so bibia no mo de bre hia de na mo de breye se yenso yenhia na ma yadu ye ho adu na ma so bia nkwan se abakosom ne ho hia ukosua empires no fa no one by one ye ho research na for ebebo abetu adwunu ubohu great people matena so maye niam kese de bia meka so konfa nochi etumi edua de twa ne usi enu no de abonsonsem na mo ya beka to so bitumi nante poso a wo se enu no de enu no enokre adentia ofi o se ne konfa nochi bibini de omo kan nya bibini de se anochi tumi di ade bia wo honom besi na obi antumi ntui na gusu wo ho adanse no wo ho a wo kwa otumi hu usi wu njindi eno ya abonsonsem na mo obi so aka tro se watumi nya no obi eno de wugidi so ho ya hawo no nti ne be ma ye mu adu no ya abakosem no so won fo abakosem ni agro no sua no sua obohu bebi efiri a ne ya beduru sei obohu bebi efiri a kwasi broni tumi tim ya adwene sa ma ne edi nachi ne ye bo ne nchire ne som no ho ban a edi nya ade ni praye so ye koka ho asem a nipa no bebo otu okra kum ukoka ho asem a bebo otu yesa ya tere ne se osom no ne nkwan fa ntoso oman ne hu do ni nyonku bibini na nya nasema enti dwena nipa ne dwene nyina no e obosom no ho ban obi ni di asem kura nya papa na kura osom ni ti fache esa so begudi no hu so we nyina ye ntete a moaye ma ye nkoso nyina enti no abakosem ne de untumi nja honom na won kaso mu beyedu enye no kure na bibia no uma wani so abakosem kasa waduane won taade hyemu a eboawo so bi change ukasa o change waduane change udin wakum edin no wasesa no waduane no wasesa no kasa wasesa no a etise nea wangasa na omu no wo honom no yɛyi w'adwene no anaa yɛyi w'adwene na kɔhyɛ biribi foforɔ mu wontumi nwene yie nti ɛma yɛni nsɔ ne yɛwɔ no na yɛnkɔ yɛkyi nkɔsua yɛbɛhu baabi ɔhaw no firi ɛbɛboa ma yɛagye yɛn ho adi na mahyɛ obiara sɛ seminar no nso obiara register yɛbɛsua sɛ na sikasɛm teɛ no ɔhaw no nyinaa no wo sikasɛm nso da yie a ɛna ɛbɛboa wo sɛ wobɛyɛ yie a anaa wo sikasɛm bɛyɛ yie a wontumi nkɔ ngya w'abakɔsɛm na ɛbɛboa wasua no nso na wahu sɛ na wobɛtoto sikasɛm no yie nti obiara register seminar no bi na ɔmmra na ɔmpɛ Mr. Books no bi nyinaa no nkan especially no African advantage wopɛ history no nso bɛte w'adwene mu a ɛno nso yɛ nhoma baako a mɛka mfa kyerɛ obiara ne ahohoro fa phone no sɛkye nea wobɛhu no ɛfa bibi no ɛyɛ nokorɛ no fa nkɔnsɛmhunu no twetwene sɛ ɛyɛ nokorɛ nyɛ nokorɛ ɛyɛ positive fa nante ɛbɛboa wo ɛbɛte w'adwene mu bɛgye wo ho adi na afei wohu sɛ nea nneɛma ɛkɔ wonsuo kwasi buro no biom wo ne ne gyina hɔnom a wommu no sɛ ɔyɛ nipa sɛn wɔ anaa daabi sɛ wowɔ nsase wowɔ nsuo wowɔ nneɛma a dɛ nti na ɛbɛka kyerɛ sɛ ɔyɛ hiani na wagye atom wogye atom sɛ sɛn nti no medeɛ meda mo ase sɛ bere biara no moafa to mo ho so na mokyerɛkyerɛ yɛn Mr. Ɔbɛn ɛne kankam Mr. Wafi Nyankopɔn nhyira mo no nyɛ mo kɛseɛ na bere biara no nimdeɛ no a moanya ne ɔdɔ soronko a moanya ma Africa ne abibiman nyinaa ne mo manfo no sɛ mobɛte yɛ adwene mu ne agye yɛn ho de ne yɛpɛgya yɛn man biom no yɛni sɔ paa Mr. Ɔbɛn
Joe, that's we say I feel about it. Say the tea here in Ukruba. Say spirituality, religion, different. Spirituality, religion. I need to say. We did very lucky. Your friend saying, "Kwesi Abuaye." Well, my recommended books software bit me every day. Or link no. We are bit me your books. Nina. Kwesi, that's it. Between us, started say we read those books now. Because they be asking a kind of for bisa. We the ordinary naba. At least, any na cry now. We between just the beginning. We good.
Melvin, please put off the light. Hello.
What's he put off the light? Where?
Hey, is that
Jennifer? Kosi.
Papa, we trouble, Mama Joe. Mr. Becky, your brother can come. Mr. Ɔbɛn, thank you so much. I mean, Shamupa, Debia, me follow, me try say, me follow your live discussion. Be I be. I mean, Shamu, papa. Me bahabia, me siade. Now, Pablo for some same your police virtual. But it's some this will be cover for crime. It didn't be like Obi cover for mini energy crime. Me first, me they very reply crown bro. Enti medamase. There be another Mr. Obenka say the wisdom is in the language. The wisdom is in the language. Na mente saade na say. But there be another kase so okoso tia wa adwemu beti. Enyoma na asoso wa adwemu nyina ebeti. Wunya hwe wuntumi nye bibia ebi edi sika bro say I don't me emane how kosua na tie na ebema wa adwemu ate ebema the way a wusi dwene no asesa na medam ase pa say every time dia mo say modaaje menka say mo say munya adaaje e de be church ya na egu school na chichire egu sinimu no na ye do so pa na ye do so but minim say madaroma ye mu bi mu egu so a ye free mu ba ya adwen mu ti a nyoma bi wo ha ye ti ase enti say si a to say the oka no say wunya sense of history a ade a school no bema ade a eye bibini die bia ye wotan me kai say ye was secondary school ye imagine say wunyi well e krase wo kwafo ma wo so awa pampa wo so wo bibia and if you from neighbor now would you secondary school I catch us say ladies don't carry enti wo so ade awe me kai say ye school another school ba ho omo to mo ye games so mo ye bibi no mo beda ho enti the other school no mo ba ye no omo supporting say omo kom omo ta ogugu omo kom na ye so ye ko bathroom ma okuta bucket me nsuo ba ko ene wo support ne wo ta wo ba ko rubber for ye ko ene omo de omo ba omo sam na wo de sam na ni bi atwi ni tiri so ne support go Because the assembly, headmistress being an okay say those people are from the hinterland. Now, a man, like I still remember that day. Like it so struck me, striking me. It just a ubafia. Adiananka uwa. Omoya enya sem. Na fi obe free school abano. You have a problem with everything. Inti oka se school no na aye yesano. Afi na mati ase. Na me papa ansema Mr. Obin kike. Na me papa kika. What is so one say? Uko school on ye two for on. Asem wo hwe nipa nanimu. So enwura wumu. And so inti oka say usua history usua obakasam na ye kan wo kasa mu no. And na ade no nyansa ne wo kasa nim no. I now appreciate that statement. Adebia Oman say the wisdom is in the language, the wisdom is in the culture. What can I say na matter? Because uko baby on no more kasa foforo. No more realize this what kasa na pe. The way must related to you cry esesa. One take kasa na so the way almost related to you no so and also you're different. And also you're different. Inti Madam say. Now I said that reading and learning must start me do baby aye. But ebo ha ye discussion no be abo obidi no makwa hwehwe we YouTube. Nyoma wo be hu no. It's amazing. Mr. Benjamin Shaw, YouTube channel, me scroll here, go see the very earliest videos. And I may share so.
Hello.
And you for no. Me call playlist now. No makwa to the bottom. No ma start if you say oh. Na me share. And sana me no because me who say when and one thing I noticed about people who have followed you for some time. So almost 30 years, no people say why vibrant giddy. But the more you learn, you become calmer. You become calmer. Now I calm. Like all the energy is like the energy is now grounded. So also, because me share can come early videos now. Ocean submissions are energy room, but say see or kasa why calm. And I noticed with a lot of people on my follow channel. I'm so wow. Into Mr. Benjamin Shaw, Mr. Befi can come. Mama, Yamin Shamunina for your time, more effort. The more yearning in say, with me. Just last week, Wednesday, me call a Juma Momos Mam will be na me call Papa no bet na me say no, but it's says Nanka, Obi better than Kausi Nupo. But if I never tell me chair na me chian, me so Papa penny, na me chian na me start to say me needing go more. Me needing go more. I dear ma follow up from so many years, my follow at the end up. Many didn't come over here or link him. Yeah, make cassette man cranes you. No, sorry, program name cost on your say. I mean, found what Mranti. I didn't know this. I know me, my found. No, they make in the middle of the meeting. No, they make what here. Into the next say, make what share Mranti and no more catch me say. Me feel on me submission now. Me submission na me dem other people came with better proposals and can make they more consider as some touching. But because of the man now introducing me, they will consider me.
Wow.
And man, so me name the baby. It is just that day I met him. Now me started saying me needing common some few minutes view, but because of the way I messy platform, I make us a platform had ya messy and say I make kasa only penny kasa who the way I will be see akano. And we were talking about culture. So, now because I brought for no one of my or first names is here, maybe what's here. Penny the cry and first name near different. But post that is okay, make I say, yeah, be worrying, counselor, or not see a Juma minds. And I know, Cassie, young boys, I'm by Phyllis, no, so I correct him, call me Auntie Phyllis. I am not your mate. I said, man,
your culture.
And I don't know how say the wisdom is in the culture. And I'm say, that is why Auntie Phyllis was saying that at that time. But at that time, now bro, for some new school, no meetings. But Madam Massey, Yamin Shram, and I can't religion assembly. Make I say, me, all the rich people in church. Yeah, but sorry, you pretty real. Or to the college, I'm not going to come to Kopua or my I did not understand until recently. I'm into Enra Sunday. You see a church. omo preach we omo ye bibi afi me say the course ni na is just time wasting and I me sorry that me farm me say mama yen kofi na me say yes ka for ya de omo ye na ma ye bi. I now understood why. Time is money. Time is valuable. And see, like you don't want to waste it. The crux of the thing, why they are cutting in it doesn't really add to you. I was so free on Madam Wasi pa. Me, when it comes to church, I was you can't say ya no me achime ahome I to me sorry like to that extent. Like I am me yeah religion did me more to the nonsense degree. And see me ba see am satisfy me nyoma bi wo ha matete so. And see madam ba kwa say akwa we do see vibrance oba ha wa low aden. Na me say see me time no is me afi me young me must so me fa me time na ma so renumre makwa adwuma the whole day enumre me de be hwa me ma no o se me fa metena sorry na me man say me ma Inti me can't say no. Oche me nim din na me say o mo say yen kai a creator when we were young. Me so no me dem time ni na so na me say me nim. I do me was the small days na ba me ka say I do not enjoy life again inti eye. Nkwala no so nkoye bi na so me nim me hwa me ma. Thank you so much. Na me hwa na na me hwa de mo hwa wa ha no. To say de da bia o kan eyi nkonso ne nyoma na achichire ya adwen no. Zio no ne intending na etete. Munkoso amonye na. I am so grateful. Ena okay say we build the wealth at 10 years, 20 years. I say no. It so hits me to say me idea. I'm not looking for sharp returns or chinanko. Mama adwen no akwa etire nti me yade bia I am thinking fine nti say me no yade na say open ntem me say open ntem do me nya sure say ebetumi ayade ne together they all see pentem no me pentem santi yes me peska but the way I see pentem no speed now dey kwanade ne nya ne papa Madam Wasi mo bie ma say me ka say mo mie ma adwen mu a ma go school dey me dey just about last year I was thinking about going to do a PhD but me tinadi me say PhD na mo me twa so me mami bisa me papa bisa me kunu say wo PhD me say me ana me kan me san boa me ana me kan PhD me nkoye biem not because I cannot do it. If I say I want to do a PhD next year I would start but me will say no enye ho the way the woman kumem no na me ka say me fa ho no man e be ye but me platform way me be join me who say the woman kumem no me fa PhD line na enye ho na be ma me I realize ya na e ma na bem na me shram like thank you so much. I don't know how much to thank you Mr. Obey, Mr. Befi, Auntie Tilly and all the other people who come on the platform. Lady Bako or Kasabia nursery or say none will be passing comment say lady no Kasabia nursery. Like yes, I am metisa say Adam niaje say all Kasasri because I did be or say if you swa. So I just want if you so you are happy. And I obi ubu fu bebre first no be there. You will lash out at me fu gidi but say I'll be there. It's mission din na me say emia na nyamia because now to say the Mr. Benka say what say yen crop for nasia you will not lash out bebre system na train you no na train you munti ade na we expecting different ade na we expecting Madam Wasi pa it has made me appreciate na me say on say ko school ni bebra ukrom kra ho ko ha ho pesa obeko like oni obusuafo no kra ho mo pesa o kire ho because for school pesa me dey that na me nkyere me ho anyway but ama the way I see it down to earth no I am more some family members are others will think say oh I'll not even mind them me kwa me ni omu nyina ye free bibia like all the people were into me call me see me say dem me newu me who say minim mebusuafo ni bebre. So when I went, I made it like me conscious for say me kwa ko chia omo nyina di obenyi say me di benyi si omo di ebu ami bitom so nipa we na bebisa no wewu me see oh ene me yeah. But I made a conscious effort. It was one of my uncles me funeral. Yeah, busuafo na me kai omo ni nyina because that months now and I'm in town ko honti. Omo me kai omo na de I made a conscious effort to go and look for all of them and say hello. Woman says, "Hey, why are they so wakai me? I didn't give them anything. I just went to say hello." But the way they were so grateful, say like they are happy. I even remember them to come and say hello to them. I was like, "Oh, say school nurse, school is saying pa school is because I say oh church who be I said no way so I like and found like need no enim like nipa no value no because who feel say who was so saying nipa no meanwhile so start to say what's in your be ase a ema we ya ground to say dey be aka say unsua with history o can say billionaire bia kwa ne family mu e could be 1,000-year history say there no I remember me started to meet on me call me papa and I started asking about our family. Now me papa started to say the ono so name no he started telling me. Inti no ka share me say ye area hono ye hono. Galamsey I say croning in a twese but ye chrome phone kwade. Omo mpene so mbe ya de no but because we are in the middle almost say if you top ahead then be ba be fa ho. Inti affect you one way or the other but they have not allowed it inside the town itself. Enti say me wo abonti no bi e bia na am say wontumi me hunu na me krom ye na ye hunu na nkrofo enye nkrofo na hunu hwan just because I have knowledge of our history. So if someone wants to bully me or intimidate me now say dey unim baby am free me krom ye na ye hunu na nkrofo ye na ye bully nkrofo bullying. So I have this confidence because of the knowledge I have gotten about my family, my background, and I keep asking and I keep asking. Say, me am a questions that auntie say they are West.
Wow.
I really love to ask questions. So now it has become worse. Into a dream mobile from Jennifer, be wary of her. She will tire you with questions. Maybe that will say and one thing I realized, I say, Hanu, who be some questions? I say, is either you want to challenge me, you want to poke holes in my issue, or you want to show that win him too much. But usually, me be some question, and yes, say, I may be challenge you. I genuinely want to understand. Into me be sa. Yes, say, I may be challenge or maybe just say minim be. No. But I realize, say, your culture and sa, na you be some questions, we too know, and I hope say. Especially if somebody is presenting something, I'll be saying, because I say, open so poke holes in the person's presentation and the panel on what's in the max. Internet will be some questions be brave. But it is usually not the case. But Madam Mr. Obeng, Mr. Befi, Tilly to the top. Or more the other one, Kwame, the Oban Obe Soja microphone. Thank you so much. And then the other one, also Kasa can't be Fred. And then that's a great man.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you. Your friend say no be so pay books nibi. You call Mr. Obey a friend say I'm say also Kumase. Ope books no Obey be
Okay, oko a city more.
okay.
Also pay envy. It be envy.
Envy, okay.
Yes, sir.
Why? And I say, friend number no so sabe can be. Bravo kasa. Opoku. Opoku
Ipacho Opoku no a met me a contribute kakra.
Ipacho wani.
Zita.
Hey, Zita ni every power. Ese wa kasa ni a.
Ah, na osa mama me kasa kakra.
Your ladies first, they ko. Kwame, so beti asia man. Yeko.
Kwame Pacho be papa no ti prima me why.
Yo.
Must be contribution kakra ne say nyame hwa mo pa for education and what they my mama ye nia ayedin e woni e ma bebre ho. E na aboa so my ya to kwan no. Ye hu said ye besi aye ho any my because young what Ghana your mindset and say your destiny helpers baby boy any it's a one more work went to win and or say it be a be me one and I say like obey a bad juman quan obey now suddenly no much and success it take you a while and so now what to me achieve level I open say udu no and yes I will start a business na what succeed process nti ehia abotre ne like nyansa de beye me de me ho ye example must me ye pastries me ye full-time student me ye full-time mother with 2 young kids me say adwuma and so my manager ye pastries me de go African market ne other stores and Saturday me cotton a friend say me kote pepper e wo farm New Jersey and a farm sack say kote pepper ne other tomatoes and in nema. To me corner BBM me say I don't know Mrs. Polo ni bingu kamu. My packaging is very nice with my labels and everything. I me from good kamu in case me corner say me who go for na maton. It's me tip pepper ne kakra no na BBM me say oh me fan corner name. In fact, it was a little tough because there are different nationality. And I nipa ni bi was so catch any kwa be my attitude ni ade. Na so me mama ni ye dey say no, I'm there to do business. It's in me bam one with a good bag. Hey, I have this product. It's coconut chips and as a polo. It's if anybody's interested. Na me explain it. If you walk around my TB, na me the samples no more share. To be able to be oh, this is nice product. Give me 1, give me 2, give me 5, give me this. It's be a mako me kote me moko no. Me sa kwa ye business. Ewo moko no a me kote no. Me patro so much as here.
Sir.
And so,
Yeah.
so some mama many anya dia and coming to me near dear me no. It do person succeed in life or someone near ding. Be very any the obi be can ya de sebio obi obeka say me university students and I say me madwuma papa bi and I say and so USA and I say Europe no. What do you mean for buying a Juman coin and succeed? You need to get a second job. And I say, one castle business be a whole year. And son was succeed. Because Sikano ain't enough. By the time I want your bills in Vienna, you don't have enough. And not to mean build your life. It's in a kakra, Mr. Mechanic, I'll say, Obia encouraging no. You wouldn't me ye be a they wouldn't me ye be no perfect it, whatever gift and talent you have. Because me polo no me start those that knew how to bake and do other things, I went to YouTube and learned. And I made them a twist a count. And then me polo be oh my God, this is really good. How do you make it? Abrɔfo nyinaa metɔn mo metɔn ma Akatafoɔ metɔn ma Jamaicafoɔ obia onu ma product ni bia no me ma ne nyɛ dendenden sɛ deɛ ɛyɛ ne Ghana na ne wie yɛ den no ɛna sɛ bio mentwa na kɛseɛ kɛseɛ sɛ ne ma yɛ ne chips nketewa sɛ ne bɛyɛ easier to chew eti deɛ wonim yɛ bia no perfect you never know bi kura no ɛna ɛbɛma wanya sika because me ma sɛm ne sɛ so obi de plantain chips ayɛ millionaire adanti na yɛsua fa polo nyɛ millionaire na enipa ewo other nationality ni hunu Ghana yes your product because you call Walmart you want a China for product or Mexican's product or one white product na so we should dan African product bi a ewo store etini die enum ye bia yes ma fere emam obi anire no that is how we can succeed a gradual process sometimes we want to abamu krayebu and so don't give up on it you never know one day obi abeti mama z pastries na fe no abeti fete na fe obi eh gay me kayo no kana semi na de nyame edi akoduru no etini thank you very much for the
Was it
advice
for number 2?
okay
Hey, Jersey, North and South.
New Jersey North South Beverly or Burlington area.
Oh, Bent, okay.
Yeah. My
For
number
number
is
2.
609
609
310.
31. Hold on, me let 2 more. Hold on.
Okay.
609
310
310
2141.
2141.
Yes, ship it. Utoy, best ship ya ma, ye donut, spring rolls, me frizzy, na ya dia bro. It's wa uto, no watch it. Yeah, pies, nene, and polo no, and no, me major more because I'm the go African market. Polo, no, send me see and me packaging and nice. A bit me see shelves so over best 7 months, crying say.
Now,
It's
would it be
no,
Virginia now?
I feel I'm a person me deba Virginia.
Okay, you know,
Very nice. I can send you a B now. Why? What is it? It's me. I met your
Virginia.
information. Can come on. Patch you. Yo,
Say, what
Nyamishamo.
would you have
Nyamishamo pa. Yeah, the
the number
most.
right. 609-310-2141. Say it right.
Patch you.
Aye. It's
Mama
more person
Zita
we
Street.
sap a year friends and mobile way no. But you are contacting no. The best in the California for munya be more watch on. Best in the
Ah, yes, she pick on you na.
baby,
Indiana, baby, I call. Yes.
Mexico or Canada, I remember.
Canada, the baby.
Aye.
Nyamishamo.
Yeah, that was it. That's it.
The most pa. Nyamishamo.
Sure. Mr. Poku. The friend said, Derek, a number here, Derek Boatin, 609-216, and I think 5488. Also, be a barbering shop, or will be on a business. It why you interested. No, betting your friend this number. We're interested at, friend. No. Anyway, your friends say and discuss it. I'm so no US, but we'll be a Santasi area. Yeah. And Mr. Eric Sue P or Pennsylvania or so or the friends say Pragia and Pragia say so be or person will be a business about that. So bet me a friend say number way. Why episode to me and then a business, but no or Pennsylvania or US. All right, Mr. Poku. Mr. Poku, MC and Tom come. And yeah, Yanko, yeah. Kwame. No problem. Okay. Ohin Pharaoh. Who do you both? We Ohin as I Pharaoh. Okay. Ohin Kasa, it's you. Hey, me and I say. Okay, any abuaji koi.
Mr. Bev, Pacho to make a.
Eh, Ohin Kasa and abuaji.
Pacho, Mr. Bev, or Hine Kase.
Kasa, it's it.
Okay, Medasi. Pacho Michia will be a Mr. Obey Michia, Pasikan Michia will be a
Mr. Bev, you think? Mr. Bev, you think?
That's Ohin Kasa.
Hey, Amazon way, may drop here.
You more him or him, yeah. No,
oh, Pacho.
Mr. Obey, Obada Padeka say, and you made a Mobu Makuma, because we trading now, Yaditi and Mana, now 2 and Nick, now could Yabako self. Mr. T said, me follow Mr. Obey, and Mr. T me Shama Bako 7. And then who says, said I ye dear no crown. Na say, even say, oh, na say, what in the woo baby crown, not or he no it me fought a show man amount because no one say deep on here. Tina, almost to tell Emma ye didn't so be so, but ye be share Brunino, and I'm Brun. And near my was in car. Yeah, the queen will try so. I'm a young call for any party be brady every Emia said Abanasa, but Nina Muno, you go so I used to see a dear cacanca free and penny for her. Now, you say cacanca crack. Yes, you be drew baby, I was here. Messi will be our platform is to say, you'll be an India one started to watch there because a quite say I don't move fast. Omode yes almost as yen kakra sorry school efie mu omo de saa ne ma no na fa so nkaka the more e wura yi mu no na ye transfer ma ye ma no ne ye ma no so transfer mu ma na agibum enti me passion ade ye makoma so ade paare se be hu se enipa no bebre so age atom se wo be kyerekye saa de ma we enti so wo platform we so a sister ye obekasa e a emso on di kasa che kakra pa no refile di no utimu se owo saa de no enti wo no so one start se wo kyerekye mesre no na nyina ye kyerekye na ye jani se ya de a megidi se ebusua akese ni nyina bayira because me started say me history no me hu niema bebre Mr. Oben me hu niema akese bebre before ye enti me hu se me niema akese bebre o a metima ye na metimi so kra de awura me bemu ama me meye na kakra ba bia na ye adu no be ba be fa ato aso Mr. Oben na me nhyamo kakra metima aka no na me nhyamo
that's it.
That's it. Abuaji, Mr. Puku Hana. Abuaji ko.
Yo, where the kakra na me kan. They can that Mr. Obiase. Because recently me a video man. Emo post me plan me nyawe. So I post na my friend be what me hand my one draw my attention man me who say oh I post it. In fact, I was so impressed. But they can say medical that can come you know so as Mr. Beff so me that was because Nemo too much massive because nipa no crow draw my attention. I me expect to say ufuru because me who well, ma'am or draw my attention who so follow. I was so much excited. Say or Timmy I draw my attention. Me who said wow on cry follow. That's I it was so much impressed because when you nipa me think say o follow bet me who ye no ma me who ye na say oh wow na say juma na Mr. Oben ye ne de in fact just say ka say idea ne say de wo mu Christ no ne maye minu na no ana waba no because nipa na make an I know the person yeah I know the person me can you know ne ma adwene kura ni so say he's a person I will follow program see but on nipa so draw my attention ti e ma manage pa nti asida na me dey down because and I'm starting and so in fact o mu say ye adwuma na me dada de but me buy na me starting and in fact say me ka say me impressed about what is going on na me boa because before na me hu say ye one cry now a year times 10 just me my double standard no a times 10 me come chiro nyesa me kan di agoro ena me a higher abonten timin kan niema bebre
He can't there high
Whatever.
yeah on say the make on say it's all about money intinye on say me gina abonten so
we have a music guy.
the on say me gina abonten we say higher kwa yeah inti program in fact it's all much impressed man, because life you know everything is boldness. One thing if I fail Africans boldness there. Two language you know because nimdie pano ewe kasem but on the school no they didn't teach who say nimdie no anything abrofo no de kasa no atoye no because they don't want us to know because I woka kire akra plantain wonim plantain na de body into the school no ye kire akra say plantain body a won kire ne hwe because so ma akra hu say body na ekura no no ubetimi de aye bibia ena ma akra no I hu say body etimi de ye bi bet akra no ko school no ye kire plantain ni aka aba o kase body ye kire ne hwe I didn't plantain so I body but body no I did was here who say yes ufa body na o kire no de wo say o timi de and na woman nim de bia mo hu say body kura no tama obetimi de akoye bibi foforo But on say na your education system there poor. I was saying yes no. Ne use your kasa because the Arabs on me no matter na pa. Arab ni o kan English or can say or ko hwa obetimi na communicate. But omu school Arabic no mu use di on bibia. Even ubeko interview ubeko deal Arabic no de baby ansa na onu umbe chire nti different language ya chire wa mo atiase. Nti omu value omu kasa se ni bibia. Nti I said this time then cause nke pen for do omunansi form. Na language ni de firstly ye use your local language no. E de teach bibia na nkura no omu nya ntiase. Ba akura bo because o ka brofo no kura na ye kura enyin kura brofo no can do into standard bia yente. As a children, this will be a find oko take dictionary now acquire research. But okasa de oya denya ya ka obeti. Nti ye school ni the education system there omu hwe no mu system. Ni nyina so no mi so be meda wase. E woni e wo ye no because any Mr. Befi can come the mo ye no because enye nipa nyina na opportunity ni the more the amaye. And I'm breaking it down. I'm a nipa so atiase because nipa ni bi wo ha Mr. Ben akukoduro no omode ye no eni ho because we take a bold step eno ano no wo de ekọ ebegu anu ebegu anu na wo gene say ye besere wo so de ya wunti ha nti say de meka chire obi bia say obi an take bold step wo ye na anye ya unni obi ka wo anu wa ye wa de na anye ye.
That's right.
Nti me damase pa
So be me dancing so
oh I'm on for ye prepare.
Na abaje dey business now here.
Oh, fast food business. Fried rice, me will ditch to me location. Ditch so. Near assemblies. Me will Abrefu Hospital.
Okay.
Near May 5. Me by May 5 for May 5. Yeah. Old insurance building. Me will that area where
Right.
Udo nya bana unya bom midina me stickers no dina wo ho nya boss unya me fast food obi a be kiro unya boss e o hwa akwasi nya me wa obi a be kiro di chem so ebi anani pa no ye ho ha unya bo obi a be kiro airport roundabout from airport roundabout nyina uduru na obusa obi a be kiro.
All right.
Timi so be me da sepa because life no dey a bold step na wo so ye dey obi a take we anye ya unu undi obika hunu se eye life part of it na wasua de efrim na woko wani menu anu no wodwene se obi be sere de ya ne abrabon de because me be start here kran there is a lot of things going on yeah but enyo obi ntina wo bobla because life ne say you and yourself no you understand your dream and you understand what you are doing. Nobody will understand you unless you make it. Everything is about both steps. You just make the steps one by one, step by step. You can't jump from 1 to 10, 1 to 2, 3, 4. Just plan. And no. We not starting there. And no. Ubi kura uninim dia de busa ubi just ask. Just ask. Nipana and farmer. You just sit, think. You get the answer. Simple. Nti Mr. Obemeda was in fact.
So your friend say details ne any quadra so airport umunyina be a one logo line mko yi nyame your friend say nyame den
fast food yeah
hey mummy patronize it
o de order bia wo bia de bra unya banko ade aboa unya banko ade oboa any standard I pay bia to your to unipa no standard amount of your money they open bia they open ye be me da wase fa mi so me da ase
okay
kan me da wase so
Amazon way
ayo Mr. Befi pato motenenka
yetuka
yeah and then me first time ya mi hu ye Charlotte ni well. Next month, Mr. Obi Nyamiadum. Me two efi me krom ha ko. Me ni so atete me say when.
Wabre.
Aha, me buy ate papa. Na me te won kan no me ho popo every day bia. Chese me te won kan me mba nyina friend Mrs. Obin. Ah, the last name aka me di hu. Enti nyame hira mu nyina. Ti no, nyame boa me boa me ho next month. Na me ko, na maba me krom. Se na wo kan no. Enti me te won kan no ma share business ase. Sabe fi dey maka chro. Aha. Enti no business no me dey akogu Ghana. Baby am location ho no. So me ni ho nti no, omo ye no omo nya ne yibia. Enti me am se me ko. Di no, me dey me wa he me si nyame hira mu obia. E na me ton mo ene anwa. Nti Mr. Abuaje say wo hia omo ni bia me pamu chewo baby a obia me so metimi deliver abremo.
That's right.
Aha. Nti no. Me so me nya kukuduro ehu ni nyina fi me mu. Me nya kukuduro. A che say matie Mr. Obin e ma wa che say nya kukuduro. Nti pamu chewo bi wo lai so na say o hia omo e di fi US. Rice no yellow no white no I'm say Ghana for ni nim papa ba ni nyina ya de kro na. Ai Costco de no. Fine pa iti no. Obi a hia bia fofofo na on friend. Okay, yeah, Accra. Na say no say Accra ya wo so tuom area ho. Me nim ho papa. Enti no aha, but met me the phone number so be here on friend. Na dodo bia o hia no ye betimi deliver. Na ye betimi aye say e friend say bia wo hia wo Costco na say bibia wo hia wo Sans Club no o frame ya metimi ato abro like pre-order like they said well China no is obi I can bibi amre bi metie no say ada na mo abrochi o mo nya te say bukọ America mo kon te say mo kon China mo kon te say mo kon China mo koto ade adetom chance say yati ha ye clock in clock out no. And they say no miss me ya pre-order obi hia bibia or Costco Sans Club and one is all free na ya deliver mano ti nyame hira mu obi anka mentimi nkasa ade we kura ma ya na mehu
na wona ba no fan to ho wona ba
me ai aha ai Mr. Befi kura de atoso dada de atoso nti no ana Ghana no manso wo ho de o hwe ayi no so eno so ye 026 1026 141 8213 but me wa 610 me wa America 610-905-8790 so be here bia ofre me a e betimi adidwa ma na e fe nti Amazon way sa na store ni din wo Ghana.
That's right. Business.
Yeah ha. Di nyame hira mo Mr. Obin.
That's what up.
Yeah.
So obeko.
Meko. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mr. Obin pacho. Rice ni anwa. Any the akeka ho nyina. Nti ofre ya meti ya church de wo. Mr. Obin me na no me frɛ wa wo ma me akua number no. So you are so humble. And I mean, so I'm like, hey, me catch me could say, Mr. Obin from you. I said, Mr. Obin there, me see the YouTube no. I say, on one from me say yes. He called me and my friend Kuya so bonabaso. So yeah, that's why I'm shroom. Rice, All right, bye. Thank you so much. Sure.
Obi o say we dey twade o say share it is so a business or intelligent it is so a business.
I remember a friend telling me I am too intelligent to run a business. Can you imagine? Look at this. So intelligent, they say I'm one Friday and I pre-order. And I be actually be Ghana, so it's not pre-order. Nemo bibi a wunye a enya omoni anwa no de bia mbehia bibi a me wo America ha yo pe bia metimi ato abro na so Mr. I Abuaje me pacho from energy omuni bi why and be bro bibi a wo bia. All right, bye thank you.
That's it.
Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah.
Poku da so ha na. Poku so kasa yento kasa o. Okay. Hey. Poku.
Yeah.
Kasa.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, do so.
Yes, sir.
Na.
About Opoku ni.
Kasa.
Na my mic so on so that anyway. Me champion for Abakasa. Mr. Web Michel, Mr. Obinda Kon. And I'm a check and come so. In fact, I mean, mother's cop, and go on show. And someone who can I know Denny. Seriously speaking, saying Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Sabi, ni sama ewo hɔ na ka ɔyɛ or mpanyinfo kɔ na sɛ ɔntu Ghana ni bia afo anaasɛ ɔntu yɛ mpanyinfo afo a kamea so bɛka kyerɛ wɔn sɛ mo kwasi broni a mamu mfa ne sɛ mo nyɔnko no mo ne sɛ mo tamfo. Seriously speaking, sɛ Kwame Nkrumah te ase ɛna yɛ kɔ no nkyɛn sɛ ɔntu afo bibini ne broni ntam a anka ade nkyɛn ya pa mo nya fi Ghana. Because yenya gudro nti ena ye ma China for say ensa asiu ya gudro anka pa mo dada eche say yenim ye ho because woni mu ho a wo ma obi mepa ojapade just like that na yet wo man mu ma o man to oil na ye de enu 30%. Are you serious? Start na japade na ye dia na enam say yenya conscious African. Say oban say na Africans are omoye bold omo ni omo so omoye bibini omo betima ye de kwasi broni aye ne tamsena bedding because you heard the Burkina Faso ekoso na you betima ye the chance you betima aso da kwa ka say enough is enough because in Shirana me Mr. Obenya ngopon shaw say me tete wa especially history na my conclusion is that we are seeing a continent are very poor, a European continent, North Africa. So my history correctly. Go for my mobile pa. Anke huma. Yen pronounce on come almost yesterday. Near Momo be European, not we the Africans. Because in Sudan and Bupon just saying, a good dear as papa or would be a be when you know near Jack could do near Chidia. Not just a Iraquine, seriously speaking. Because Minesho said, yes, and to a Oko school, and I know, of course, what I'm going to knock on my man, Minesho. Minesho that.
Almost school in a different way.
Make school, yes, a man can casa. School, yes, a man can casa, where is school? Square so dinner and with the end of Saudi or says South Casa, wish to nuclear, nay, I'm say about am I a craft book every event at school. You see, I'm necessary to history grab you. It is not top leaders and not top minded leaders are making man who say, this is Africa, this is our heritage, this is our culture, let's protect it. And yes, idea. There's good for Nadia and MC and a brofo and a bed because I mean some more brosono. Me to come and I'm about to meet this. I'm saying, Charlie, we have a long way to go because all share penny up and you pass more by catch the one. Which means that never pay your home and some not drinking the bob you. But our best is but I drink to me the bob because who possible in say or young coupon. Me kaisa bro me ko kaleke no amrewa no sem bia kwasi bro ni de bebo to bia mo fi so to heaven wi because kwasi bro na bonus nti wo ko heaven straight Oh, na mete bi pa. Nti obi twen sɛ kwasi broni na bonus no nko heaven. Saa nipa we wa sɛ Mr. Obi kan wa boro wa nom nsa boro. Na nsin tete no hwa samado. Na wonom nsa boro nso asa ma wo wura fi ne ma bebre. Nti wo boro a ma wura fi wa bakosem ma wura fi wachi ma wura fi ne ma bebre betimi ma wo nhyira. Nti Sunday ya boro pa nya sɛ wo nya sɛ wo. Nti wasa mo nsɛm ya na betimi atete nsana free ani so. Because Saturday Mr. Obi teaching you here na pejam say no. Sunday me do adwuma na me practice. As a magic. Me saw camera na afedi. So mo free him customers no. Na say what? Me wa ka da Matthew but ma dwan go so. Ti tem bia no say bibi ni nim no ho a office we mobbo. Office say wo broni bia man bibia ana wa nyam wa bia onko so ni nyina ya bakosem na ho. Because enim ye ho. Nti be ti ma kwam ye ho. Ti enim ye ho anka obi ntimi nko giska. Enko eku nti anka mkroma da. Ti enim ye ho. Because so wonim ho a woni ekoso wani je. Wonim ho ye pa ade be nhira bia obo ho dawuru. Ema obi so tibi. Na se wonim ho de asa wo be pesani nkomunya. Eno nso nye ntimi ma ni. Ntimi mi share Mr. Obi a mbeso obi be me bia mbeso follow. Odo wa kande na obe ye jame kura nya wana mehwe. Odo wa kande na yiye na ko wani. Da mesme duro. Because me nim ko for mama chi Mr. Obi a nyema mo ka so mdi aye no. Nye easy. Nti ban for me de manusi Nyankopon hira mo. Na me kai omo a wo platform yi na so say esre mo a on the 30th of September Mr. Obi da ko seminar, online seminar, ebe send nipa bia sikasem. So wo pese wo sikasem sa this seminar. Kwan ya faso save ni university. Sa nsem we 77 previous na kwase bro ni ntimi nkyira wo da. Wo nkyira wo da. Wono kwa wo nim na wa kyerɛ wo. Kwase bro ni sans Mr. Obi nsem a wo kan kwase bro ni woni mu ni mu. Nsem a mo kan ha na abrofo sen na kyerɛ. Bro ni ben na on se yakɔ na omo nyina adwuma na koye meye adwuma ma ya bosimi etua meka meye adwuma di pay hona Europeans or they wo mu ba pa no meye adwuma atwen pay meye adwuma di pay sa sa ko de be say hand to mouth nti ko se boni ko mo ya hand to mouth African this Africa we are blessed people, we are blessed na ka se be titi tan every and so me hu ya blessing no nti mesre. So bia joining Mr. Obi da akosem na na eba so on the 30th no. Esre mu a so be so kasem san pa dia. Also we intentem because we hear it say what about them. Yenna. We hear. Or say what them na plan maybe awura them. Yenna. This all be so free here mo dia na sorry. Na ji hu di say on so we nipa Nyankopon bo we wait my. To me na mo ho de nyen Mr. Obi da akosem na na eba also on the 30th no. Na yesika 7 sisa yentimi ye common worry yenye financially sound and financially free to mesre mo why obia ndwene Mr. Obi da akon ne sem na e baso no esre mo pa nti ban for me da mase nyame nhira mo
ohu yeda say okay that's a
yeah, good evening.
Yeah, just so let's say
Again, I go for Adam. I'm sorry that I say in relation to common language, and the news feed via Mensa Kanye and America on YouTube. I'm saying that one man be a friend, Mr. Kwapon. Wow, I propose a common language via I'm sorry, team be built it using P and I think other two languages
Hello?
can wow. What's the matter?
Kasa.
And me when it say we are getting close. We are getting close. Maybe a hybrid national language via this is Swahili and I say something here between you. Now in the about your country, no, or say something we call the three language model. I say be a woo yeah, the mother language no, obey use no and hybrid language via a catch across our some selected Ghanaian languages be ABCP ewe ga and I think says Hausa. Yes, Hausa. One Mr. Kwapon. And then I'm share YouTube. I think it's a very nice model.
But on your show say, we have very high penetration rate of P. Very high.
Okay, very samples high. Samples now or the buyer no. Now at the P dominant. Do
yes. So why do you need another language when this one has almost gone anywhere, everywhere?
That is one thing we kind of look at it.
We have because if you have a language, you bet 70% it's here. Now half of the population is a native of that language. Why do you need another hybrid when it's improportional? It's not proportional.
I think say there are people that are against it. It's just a proposal.
Yes.
I mean, if he said "Sano no for now," because the book say I don't need Miss you media. What did you know?
No, but I say, but the truth is that it's far easier.
Of course.
It's far easier. Except that corner echo brain. As they say, no person in hybrid, person in hybrid. Are you going to go by percentage, or you're going to have the same volume? Because the numbers, no. So, 50% of this language. Are you going to have the same number of people or amount of words from that language? What do you think?
It was
I mean, the first say, proposal crown. I checked it. Say, what you starting from class? The idea.
Oh, but it is there. It's so clear. Yeah. Everywhere you go in Ghana, it's very easy. Say, "Oh, can capture this." I want to say the way I am raising Brofono easily, no. I push a person push class will be anchor Brofono.
You're pushing it
over the last 50, 60 years. You push it, say one of our all languages and get going. No credit, you're comfortable. Say, make Cambroni Casa. We say hybrid. I don't know. I think it is easier
with the issue of say and comfortable with the Bonica San over here, no. I think say with the experience I mean with some colleague teachers, are so serious. Say we should be all educated prior to that level to make us say catch say for national language, they need to and I'll be like, wow. Why? And why? And then they say P is not a language. English is our formal language. English is our first language. Now it's not England.
Now, what percentage of Ghanaians with higher degree, with higher education? It's less than 10%. Ghanaians 25 years who have first degree, which means that Ghanaians are not brofu papa, brofu out means what here or tidi or karase. And the language ben asana Ghanaians nomuka.
I want to ask me be say any Ghanaian bia to make up of biano. Almost 95-96% of them can speak the P.
Yeah, and go for one kind of create of a guy.
Miss Bobby, anybody in a camp of Roma, I mean, they ask you.
I came up. I was on the link to you
over the last 60-something years. No more debate. Yeah, Maybe I mean who so be a hybrid. So I'm mom them say, why do you stretch us to this level?
Oh,
I hope
okay.
I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, it's not something that I was attracted to.
Yeah, well, I saw it on a Benavel.
Yeah,
The
it's easier. It's easier to adapt to one, which is already spread. After all, I say other languages will Chino.
Yeah.
Yes, other languages will Chino. More languages bit my tray. Say ewe Gao. Dagomba bewum, Baomis. I was Amunia bewum. More my language no more. Now even Region Ben now for Ghana, Region Ben APO. There's intersection everywhere. Which region is pure? There's none. There's a portion of Volta or Mokapi, or consider almost always. We call Asantia. There's a portion of Asantia, Omonia Santefo. We a different tribe. We call every region call Bonafo, and I said Bono Banda for you know. So it's the language. Me but me just say Bruni approach. It's more of Bruni approach or issue. But me just say so mono was acceptance rate where they will not go this route. I think a country or more equal percentage. Was a be a 20%, Ghana 20%, Ewe 20%, or you know, you mix that. But this one is very high. This one is very high. So why this? Anyway, for maybe I don't know. We about that.
I hate to also.
I think, yeah, because now me looking from the perspective of Mr. Obin coming perspective now. It's equally true, say, Inca, for the rate of growth, meaning by you development a question and can see in intermediate, Inca easy to pick it up and go. But me share no from on one can implement it because if you want to push it, set it up for one tres at the end. Now, teacher me to make us say, I deal with the okay, me ya. Na enyo back for maybe let's say in a community of group we are working sure muna baby almost be 30%, 40% try their best to say carry the thing into execution hard because I think the we can make actually some copies here no me challenge be na kola no performance very down pa ana me de fee actually science and mathematics I could change the history. I know the me few on no performance and anka more high grade grade 5, 9, grade 6 no. Now they could even get 1 and 2. And now I even teach ICT with P there. And it's something. But yeah, so I want to go to India.
Ipano. Brofolo cry more children. Look at the penetration rate. Brofolo cry more insistent class yanka. I feel I be one language no actually we here classroom day. Jomo man ko school omisua language no. It's not like you bet manya enko for mama ko school yet thing half unko. SSC I push you grad still drop out be brew. Which language now be English no more or my insisted for the last how many years? 60 something years. You go for saying I'm from promoting. You know? So it's easier. Say Nipano, maybe a casa no pa, adapt to and more for local languages in English school. But per unified language, I'm going to say I cannot spread it. And it's one of our languages, it's ours. How can you embrace English as your own and reject one of your own? This is hypocrisy. Unless you are rejecting English, then we can accept that. But you're embracing English. And as I'm telling us, one of our own should be rejected because one can be. But who told you say you're testing one knows our language, you know, one history in the beginning? I think a lack of the history now you can be, because people don't have the history.
And I think that we mostly want to do things like how the foreigners have once done it, because
a lack of history. How can you tell me say you know one catch me say be am ye gonjani but obehwemu no na sisara wom moshi wom akan wom ebi am say me ye ewe obehwemu na gan wom akan wom. It so happens to say that now here.
That one is true, pal.
But how many of us know English blood? English blood. How many of us know English blood? Which one is closer? Go for hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. They are hypocrite. They want to be English than one which is likely. Every one of us, there's a certain blood. Now we are testing the crowd. Don't mind. Hypocrisy. So maybe who I'm saying, oh, this is Western. The Western approach.
I think say it's up for discussion, so it's good. Say discussion the crowd.
Yeah, but maybe say a non-starter. Propose something that is workable. It's so Western. For me, it's
almost almost a hybrid for the
Ghana language. Yeah, the kick and kabako. Obi na propose ya buy no. Obi na propose wa buy no. Enya buy no na edwe.
Amba kita the na abo.
And the language from the
Ghana so Oma kete hybrid language of the Chi, the Ga, how
peka so can the tree in there so much.
Four major languages no person can both.
For major language no
a hybrid language. Say the American okay.
Mi trovi tra molto e diavolo, di momento diavolo sana we. One time is to be nipa no mu di anim na adwen mu asi. Ndi adwen mu si a wontumi nya hwe, wadwen nya dwuma o. Ebra wadwen mu si a wontumi ma o. Edu hu se waka brofo saa 68 years mi nya hwe. Me teacher bi no technical drop. Se me ati e be no the coach here. And just imagine saying the crew customer Ghana has a baby no for being country. For all the 16 rate being one who be country. And the tree then best language. See what the tree
no, almost a one pet, just a form different one.
Spoil Benya, a Kunia for Benyo engineers, Benyo. I say, you see the Ocasa natural.
Every quarry, almost a one pill, a hybrid.
Mr. Bimbonica say, Crow, America, you crow, Cambro, Brunica just say, ha. What's it? As I say. And the patron to me, the be will be a DBI a day. Yes, sir. Because coffee mu crabby or what? Because the back of them. Now, most I have some more cabro. Boy.
What was that?
I'm ordering.
Anyway, maybe it will work. But again, said the more now. Because yes, Singapore for you be Singapore.
Now Singapore for you be Mr. B. Singapore Ghana. Into almost dream say okay. Must say IMF. Okay, my for IMF in example. They be IMF mamu to your financial success. But they be amu kobo besi omo. Enti so office omo promo here na ye Argentina up to date na IMF amamu roadmap to one financial discipline and one physical discipline one still na enko into
Now me they make sense. So even say other tribes no money I can into. What shows that I can follow the Ombediatum? So because it's see what the composition of the language is equal measure. That shows that I can follow the Ombediatum. So it is the same problem. You're not solving it. Say audience say you should know. Now say Omo Makariso money to man. What makes you think that if you bring it in equal measure, the council says that when they are the majority, they will also fight. Okay, they also fight. So if you don't want it, then they will also have the same right to tell you that no, we have the numbers. After all, the elections are who wins? It's the majority. So
if I to ballot box no. I saw it simple. And the 2 ballot box now, they're very no.
Yeah. They should do referendum on it.
Yeah, the 2 ballot box. They're very near you. Wow.
I wish I for any the ballot maybe I hope say about that discussion. So maybe we can pick it up and then propose.
Also have you, I know how sensitive. Whether not they buy.
This is actually a diverty, you cry.
Now Friday.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, you resolve it. So we have called for this thing for so many years at time. Me and Kasano, when I was in college, we were proposing say your key language, your can languages, and we can create something. In fact, me and from college now, I was thinking say we can create, if we are not going to even go for our local language now, we should have something like a hybrid language that the country will have. And Obaye also me to wasa, Mami free Asante, Mami to wasa. And in Wasa land we have other tribes or in the many other ones. So if you have a language, at least you can all say that is what you are going to move with it. Between the Chem Kwana DNA.
Now then I'll call Wasa Hoda. One kaka Wasa Kasa. One tia, Oka one Suya, Yampamon Freeway. Is that what you want to make what you China?
Aha. And see, and I'm Obicrab can say
What's I can? About a can. Yeah, I can. Now can phone you now. Ubia to me country, Ubia to tree so. Yeah, I can phone. Because one issue we force to cry, I can. Not if we. Omo a bunu a you hono. The friends a bunu into northern region hono. I'm from one. Only I can. All the way to Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire half a year I can.
Yeah, I can. No, yeah, very big.
That means to be northern region or from country or na media. Yeah. Mr. Ben, we can catch some.
I had maybe said.
What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, o met me Brandon here, Manai.
So,
you can't cheer. I'm off by a cassie, a canna. A bitch, you have say sometimes I want to me, yes, sir. Because I say, Obama, dear, you buy or health care for the whole nation. I won't pay. And so much changing name now, you see the same thing. Okay, good power, because I Obama.
Almost friends say, Rebecca.
You can't say a canna. It's going to be different, say, because it's tree. That's the same. Yeah. Because we share she no crowd a crave you. But in I can a cancer region Ghana almost
yeah, okay.
Yes,
I can't various versions.
It's a boom a can. One cabin. But boom cabin. We are tree near put to boom. Betty is the man who basically from our Betty. Infante they say all the way. Bana say some Casan crown. Bana Fus is first because a Bana a can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Bana holding in a hand a can so.
It's all called Rara. Oko Rara, so also there no. Okay.
Nin and I can I can. Okay, so last time bina yaw have no one girl be a can a you win so.
And yaba.
Yaba, yes. I didn't know when I can. It's over here. My own custom
Who can see the other to say,
I wouldn't say only a master crave name. I can't.
Yeah, leader be or vision be anti-Montabeth, more fancy, Mr. Beth, any leader or what sense of direction. Not was he a casa with me adopt. Only who point you bad so I got home venture. We are wine. When the structures are in place, say casa with me, maybe to say, maybe a president for Ghana. Na me catch them say casa we me ebeka wo ne hwan ne Kofi Menu a wo so te dokotwa se wo wo Mr. Ben ye ni we say na say generalist
ya say okay kwawe ya China for the dominant one no pick you no push
Mr. Ben na say generalist for be ko portray Burkina negative ena Ibrahim Traore chiwo ona dom call military by force no don't put in the war battlefield now. No, so money they has no more fight terrorists in fighting. Omuba and so moon cancer and funk and fat Burkina.
Bakwame, yeah, Pennis, I said you can be a president, be about a force. Okay, wait me a force. But remember,
no.
So one of also ban also cast on penalty be changed until say BBA, yeah, now it's solid.
Who be changing the say? You have doctor me, Mr. Benfi.
Road construction credit move you be no stop it. And yeah, no pay.
But also of every own region now much change no. Ordinarily Bianca in this issue. But this is aka. And there were problems there. We have regions now much change no. What team said they are or more natives now are very comfortable with the division. Now, Nanado was mayor, or the referendum on their battery, his whole agenda was to push it. The beginning said sometimes, we are lucky. But a political game no more. And on to say a bear, I don't know. Industrial revolution,
yeah.
Because Brofono, there's no way I bet Brofono said they create you. Yeah, the better a secretary, but to create.
Also, Mr. Ben, we had a branch in Kansas City, and we come a child there for some years. So, but as not kind of it ring a bell. Say, if I catch a planting your body, that is all.
I see a query question. Is it say a better plan because what time they be say your body no because I can debate me actually time say body e see it all no waste time it afi na akusua brofo no ansana what's akusua
and who sure we are the idea no won't go be mo
sasa no opon
and at the time now we get a chance to say we who at the end of the day no now we interest create from say the baby wow yeah me fan say yeah from say me Mr. Ben na or revolutionise again yet maybe I say we get it back say a bit pick from the ground level and maybe we say we do we now for pride many much say what's our again ye but anyway young say na when you announcement akra Yamwa Friday your course why yeah agri business seminar no go so nti enu na
review so
agri business no seminar kasa nti minia wuni obekasa kujosa kantanka obekasa mia so hiwe nya mekasa ewe oboda opedan so obekasa na wana da agri specific feeding no so obekasa na Sister Harriet so obekasa pamphlet so beba nti kombu bibia bi wo osuan ati kakra na osuan agri so kakra se de we ya fu na wo ye no omre comme ça bien dia o chain Saturday say digitalization adibia ibia pa bisi so no ya me ko fia me de me kama me go see me shop wona ba connect to TikTok ye me ye bia mo hwe bi Instead of be on the phone, some quantity, me ton frames. As a corner say, you can. You do for months where you don't so na yeah. Nti yɛda mo ase so bɛyɛ da ase
Bogo so Friday
Yes, sir.
Friday ya evening
it's just so we in person
ko bra yɛ wan ba nti mo bɛna mo hu dɔm no so sɛ bibi a gyina mo na kyɛ sɛ yɛkɔ yɛ man kakra and in the near future no saa change na yɛ start wɔ ha no ya na betumi make impact no but I know the better Ghana we are all looking for now to come in this life or the next. Tell them about. In that say I need to another my young say who I can cry. Ghana we are looking for no. But there is some cars national collective one. So kind of individual ones, and that will be reflective a year pay. I appreciate. So we are say. And Saturday lesson said as a pan lawyer man many ages. So you soon become. So I'm one of my friends. My neighbor Nakasa. IT guy no. Okay, me remain. Which I'm never kasa name here. That's it.
Yeah. Friday. When we're in fee. Mom was out when in great people. Omo bekasa. Or a great people. Friday 9 a.m. sharp. All right. Great people.
All right, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, school now. You're cornered here. This time nowadays, you know. Even.
Who are you?
All right. Hello. Pacha, clear kakra.
I see the court here.
All right. Yeah. School now. You're cornered. Round. Yeah, na lecture be krana about local language na ewe bi wo for right now no lecture na besides the odd canon or message na or bon better as na fe ewe for na say just also can brofo inti send Mr. Obin ka say Bruni no emrofo no almost colonization na mbesa mo die so here education system na universities are nyina no wa dwen ko book longer ba be ma onim dia o de baba be share obi asese ono ne be fo adwuma o me tie Mr. Obin na akon church a obem now I dey unso I self-employed. No.
Yeti ukasa ko. Kasa.
Okay. Okay. Inti where there Mr. Obin here. We see on your ma be free no ho. See on your ma be. I mean sure on any team nene wife and so. I know that say Nkrofo am so bad since the youth for a jai comedy I share what TikTok na e be person in the area e be boy na ya adwen ya sesa ya adwen cause say utimi sesa ni pa ba akumienu adwen a e chen se wa ma na duru anu obu o ha che se onam ho nyina onye sound ebia kabi odem mene no baro ubetie ncheche ya ubenya akukodro se anyone so kwaje won kwa fi won se esansa abrabo na ya okon nti media Mr. Obin
That's it.
yeah nti sa na me sure no pa oni obibia o ma team ne make it possible and senior can come ne offer baby I mean sure mo nyina that was say
Dennis, thank you that's it
okay
yeah ho
Yo Oh, Daddy Moapa. Good evening, good evening.
Kasa.
Me das pastor mama des akunya we na mitimi ene mo kasa. Mr. Obenda kon ene Mr. Belfi like the whole team no dia mo yema ya ne de ye nima de ye betimi de adamase. We start to follow Mr. Oben at ben share and biasa. But even true dia me kura me bette ye no. Me so metimi ama me friends bi am do mo kura o manyi tem kakra. Like omukra ye nyamfa so ache me mpo na mi na mi 30 pa na first one I'm friend o ma ha bebre any society I be home like the omode church school church even baby I find yourself for baby and your tibia no mama church na ye ade edo konko asum ankasa language yes me ana ye kan Mr. Obenka said not or can about digital word ne other word they say ye womb. Me when say language so another word I say they can when you see we are say back. I team. It is a busy sound or kasa what the BBS you. And I'm so by no motive panic gram so omit me best say be omde omemi ye free bia so ne omde ato forms na bia bia ye ben kwa amom na nkedi ntina wo a wudi ya wo foforo no na edin a obeto mu abusuam ne kasa no mum ye wo last name but broni ni din ye de beto no enu mum ye wo first name tese omde bi bia ato form omde bi bia ato form na bosumi adwuma dia antena mesua fro benda ko me start say me tiade ba ko mesua pa me de ye adwuma ye say me realize say me ye adwuma mo bi no atua me ka month because me kai say me tu kwan hakra ade akwantu radio u sakra na as a poison ye dia wo mu to amenya information bi say pa antia u say na wo trim say eno ne baby a wo dry say wa make the say na ntisa me wie uni na me ye say me kwa akotre ade ko na me nya adwuma bi an ye international school ana me ye say me kwa akotre ade na month ne so ya kuma me that was December 2023 otua me ka 700 cedis na am 700 cedis the na me in and out kra say eti me take decision me say there be 700 cedis they make my service e bia e dia den ne say me 700 cedis pa de na nka me de me school sem ne certificate ne kra no beton chen na mako street me so na me obi a me wona amfo kakra wo kanta ne ade nti da 700 cedis na ene me pa de bi ne ka ya adwinbom na ye de call kanta nti
yeah
ene de school na chen say
hello oh yeah kwame kwe oba no to so me
Mr. Belfi, me chair Robin Dark, Hana, Kwasi can come, money magnet, and Yama Obeya, Sikabitin about when your mom was getting me bomb, or more a penny, dear, or more day, in dear dear mumu. Na ọmọdé ọmọ de sẹ abrabọ no yẹ ọmọ dia ẹhyẹ ọmọ nsa ẹnyẹ beebi owó bia obetumi adi yie ne sikasɛm ɔtoto ne yie ɛba ne nsa ne sikasɛm nhyɛ nyame nsa anaasɛ wɔkɔbɔ mpaeɛ na ɔkɔyɛ nyankom adedi ɛna ɛbɛma no ɛnyɛ sika daabi wɔgye di sɛ abrabɔ no obɛdi yie anaasɛ ɔne yie gyina ɔno ara no so ohun ne ho sɛ ewiase nyina deɛ ɔyɛ nyina no nipa enye nipa nyina na e support nia oye no enti bibia
Kwame, uko mute. Kwame, uko mute. Oh. Hey, me ho your friend saying Crawford 3 wa high time so aso.
enti Mr. Beth odwin se na brabo no hye ono ane nsa onfa ne yie die nto aban so onfa nhyɛ bisemu wo hu ne ho sɛ wo hɔ adaachi bia destiny helper bi ebe de ebe bansa na wa de wadi yie enti saa nipa we no na omu tumi enye sika
Kwame break it. Because we soon your friend say down so we dem sremo or set 7:30 near free and we dem sremo remember a minute na modia finish. Kwame we are. Kwame. Kwame. Yo kwasi kwai.
ba to menka
Kwame afedi etunka.
aha nti onfa na brabo no eni agro debia no ohwe ne ho se obetimi adiyie wo baabi owo on se yedie ne yehye enye ade bi a eye bosirim ka bi asema na se ade bi eyu wosan gidi se eye bere ene yede epeyedie na sikaba ne nsema won se no on fe ni nsem hunu on livi a friend said na expenditure and no soon sin sika or hwehwe several source of
Kwame uko mute.
saa nipafo no omoye saa die we no saa niema we no omoye debia no omonye omadwen se abrabo no efrenes omuntumi mmo anaase omudi omani to aban bi so ansa no mbe de debi ebeyi aban bi beba mo mari de adiyie debia wo sua de oyi concept ne am enti saa nipa bi oye saa niema we nyina kire se saa nipa we no eye possibility anaase demo fine so obetimi ade adiyie ewa abrabo enti onni agro ontonyom one sawo mo hwe Manchester ono no wo sua de otutu sika se miska na eba ne nsem no delay gratification enieme bi enu kwase a very frugal with ni sika sem enye mindset we frugal that mean ni ordinary sika sem no tutu yie enieme ehu hia ne otu kosheda na esan se onum se daache no so wa to so daache a ebe ehu ti se ne dey a obede obetimi attract sika ene e wo ya anom so omo de omo wo ho no omo no omo twen ma twen awrade animfo no ene omo pe visa ne omo pe ebi onum so bolo bia na se wonya no nti wo you office obedi yi daache bia ne help bede ebeba nti nyina atwa kosi se ewiase no no wiase de wusua na ade bobra nti so pese odi ya de ba ade na wo yi nhye be na wo yi sabre adaje be na wo de wadaje ne de wo anamo be na wutu nti se wantimi ahye ache na muso wo chena no enye gie simple as that ena san kofo no so wo ju wo ho di so okona se ne me nkoyi a wo onboto won kire se ma meto nyuma na ase ne ni age anasa asembo no kakra bia na wura aho na age se ma na ehye ni nkran da bi wo fabla bo ne hye ne nsa se na hye me nsa nti se me kona se pemo kra na amede me san kopie na won hwehwe emfaso bu mu nso ndem omo ma attract money no na I think say san say Mr. Beth mu treaty, especially in Kofu or Waman on an omu business, omu pe big profit in 10 pa. In terms of area dia, some of them mu treaty sa topic and omu pe se omu nye bibian 10 because what especially when omu te say obia ye bibi say nemfaso woman, then they are rushing there. But because business here na what profit part na I know what you break a crow because and never be bring a coso. And me feel say Montreal Mr. Mami Fama no see. Now okay, me dem no see on the 30th. Oro ben da ko seminar. Or say akwan be system you put it in place abetimi invest nti ye de akwan na obetimi afa so a obetimi de usikasie na odi akoy na ye ka investment na enye se ukoto treasure bill na se bonds na mekoye for 1k na ade no da be enye senate de edi bia udi sikasie na odi akodo odi kopie hardware shop ukochi mo we ukochi nkate eno ho asem ne ye count treasure bill ne bonds ne sa ne ma nti na 30th no momien enhihye ye hu nkra ne mo nkofo amane se ye hyiamu kese ewo say 30th September ya next week I think say Wednesday it's momien mra ne nkonko sua de we ase de say your earning capacity is your learning capacity so wo sua ene be kire sika any sika dodo abetimi anya anasa ahonya de betimi anya nti se wan sua de a wo betimi anya ahonya de beto de ba akoma kwasikoko na obetwa na de akoche na nti na obi wa waye adwuma wa hanso no so na ne bibi se ti se okope capital nti na hia se oba seminar na bi nti on the 30th yesere mo momra ne nkosua de medam ase
yeah on the 30th 8 p.m. prompt sharp yeah and then register Nico. And on the 12th of October so be online seminars flying about and chibia online seminar trying to connect diaspora and then your friend is saying people back home for business on the 12th be seminar also but 30th video in Yonko Ozu I'm say Kwame say ko register your friend say register ne ko tie your friend say KOD what did they make Ozu Ozu so person business
Miana
I make Dennis person business our campus a good idea also person turn a boy am ne still of a business strategy I already good but for some na neko TV okay bit maybe some question so why a good idea
last one we join in
last one we join in and then say by now also all business ideas already
na me do pacha Is our camera bought cameras, no CCTV cameras.
Awesome. That's good. Yeah. Mr. Because you Mr. Only your friends are down so money a minute, mamma, in free. I'm saying,
okay, Mr. Beth, your friend say me that's it, so mommy, Saquin, but I think say a year back, me can say my subscribe to channel, no, but me notification via intiminim, severe.
Hey,
there is shadow banning or anything.
Name me say, and then I will notification.
Akwasiusu.
Okay, you may check out message anyway. Yeah,
and I know a honey. Now, wait, me monitor, but me call in a tangent. I can't massage the since you see. I didn't say, we'll see the history of everything about history. Usunya course you some history and sana go into the major course. Na efa language na semono. Usunya or more major languages na we are saying it was by force by fire. And say ube and a language a part of economy. enti omo enforce ye say your friend say this is where we are going, enti say omo linguistically no most European countries no more many different dialects, but omo force say we near deko, enti intentional. Even in Spain, you see, Catalan for they have the Catalonians. They speak a different dialect of the Spanish. Into you say language we near a force, and we have to enforce it. And a language, bring it some part, bridges some part of economy na, economic any minim deɛ ɛwɔ saa languages asɛm no ɛwɔ hɔ no nti ayɛ adwene sɛ ɛbɛyɛ it should be by force by fire and nipa no wɔsɛ ɔde ne nan si hɔ sɛ yɛɛyɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ wei sɛ mɛmpini wei sɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ wowɔ sika nkoa na ade yɛ mfɔ sɛ ade na wobɛtumi ayɛ nti maame mmara sikasɛm nim and wɔka sikasɛm no wɔka Americafoɔ gold asɛm kakra sɛ ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo tɔn. Yeah, no, so we go back into the history of money. In the history of money, you know, my friend say, only me finance, any financial engineering, but I mean share that and TRC because most of the time, you know, who's your finance, I become valuation, and every time now me tell you, me person is yes, cause I'm any valuation, and Mr. Obin eka value. Adding value, creating value near there, no? And then we get to a point here, we learn about insurance and contracts. And Tihona people who say finance, you know, I kind of finance, and your money, you know, your friends, and that back in the days, no your receipt. I say, oh, yeah, we gain, no will be yen appointed, and I will be here, bro. We say, may the a gain, made them appointed, Abasa say. About the job, Brucey, into your receipt. Into your chain, no, side receipt, not quite cumbersome, and on what the good, a standard. A honema, all the country else to gold. Into side money, now you who is I owe you. Into Kawa the court now exchange for value. Ebia will be a wanting financial, say no, a bear no controversial catra. Into not go the near standard, say, Uchesika. Sikane ye receipt as oko in other country I will bet me their exchange for value and finance no me yes you and me follow me so be no even what kind of critical am me tias here I can maybe course man your friend say yeah and what kind it you do contracts my friend me can see different parts of contract but still na me tias here me your friend say swaps forest and all that. Na mentiasi into what kind value no. And I'm arguing about me who say, oh yes, your insurance and say you are exchanging values and contracts, you know. And my yembrafa say you have to follow this contract. And it's a bleachy that contract and embra or nobody. And there is the police force, there's a military force, every enforcement make sure say that contract, you know, is enforced. Enti sebi yema na enkos ndebi emi so be ka wono kredie no wono kredie ne ye janet tra but in the other countries are more advanced no sa no kredie no is enforced by ye enforce sa no kredie no enti nipa no koye adwuma no akwai ne basa na your friend say you have exchanged a value for the person even though the person did not nipa kro no exchange equal value. Into what side no one lose. So it's like say you can sika semuna sikano ye from me understanding sincere and you totally different from the finance, you know. And ubetimi a project a different contracts are ubetimi a project and will be done and later no and sakra no why exchange contract, you know. Why exchange sika. Enti we no we de wo mresha enti me sha dan kan kwachi enti me ka kakire yi because me no mi so yes yesu ade na yesu free on me abema mate ade na kura na yesu na so me nti asie before but see no me tie no otwi ni mu no ama menya more entiasie ewu enti da bia me so be kan no kredie na omo no create sa system no omo wo entiasie e no maye mbra afa ho and they enforce that laws enti wuntimi kwaye adwuma tra na wo mfa enko exchange value with somebody else without say embrano any windy because then we'll say economy no enti we dey kakra me your friends are making the that's it so woman
that's it. Let's check me why the reason why I
yo
education.
for sure.
Thank you so much. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Body tell me minute, Mr.
Yo, but that's Mr. Betty. Wait there, but that was it. Let me say, topic here, and can you but I mean, the kakra machine power and say, please let me join in legend. Let me say, Betty, any question can come. The machine power and say, me call YouTube, yeah, Africa has a for now, it's here or mono. Nina, be a canabacosem. Or canabacosem, we are now say, what's real, and you're there. For the same one and son, let me tear down with the interview. No, can Benin or supply Benin for cement. Send a Benin president a deny access to Benin, name or crack cement in the free China. Now, Udimu ya be but Nina or no muji to Muse and your more name colonization. And see, Ama, I can't super face. So, person dia na wo sɛ ampa abakɔsɛm no so no wohu nti woanhu a na sintɔ aba waa no adwene no mu sintɔ so ba adwene no mu a na akokoduru a wode bɛyɛ adwuma wode bɛhyɛ wɔ adwuma mu sɛ woyɛ no nso so bɛtɔ sini saa de no susu ni hɔ a wone yɛdie ntɛm kwan wɔ paa nti na yɛ sɛ ɛka si ani a sɛ woannya saa key ingredients wei wɔ w'abrabɔ mu a ɛsɛ woyɛ aka akyi nti yɛn mo a sɛbe yɛkɔ school kakra no so no yɛyɛ aban adwuma yɛ started yɛn kasa da bia ya na meka mehwɛ asɛ de mekasa ɛyɛ meeting ɛgyae borɔfo sɛm de yɛ kasa ɛyɛ meeting wɔ adwuma mu no yɛhu ɔmo a na mpo na ɔmo tumi ka borɔfo no yɛhwɛ contributions anaa nsɛm a ɔmo ka ɛne baabi a ne yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ ne akokoduro ne ahokeka yɛkasa yɛyɛ adwuma ahokeka ɛhyɛ mu a ɛyɛ na ɛyɛ ahomeka yie paa ne nyinaa ne sɛ nipa no ahu sɛ ɔno nso so ɛka adwuma no ho ɔno nso so yɛfrɛ a yɛfrɛ no bi ɔno nso so ɛdwane saa abusuakuo no anaasɛ ne dadwene yɛ obiara dadwene ɛfisɛ yɛgyae certificate sɛm no nea wayɛ ne masters o nea wanwie ss o yɛ nyinaa yɛyɛ pɛ nti na ama nka bom so no aba adwuma no nti me deɛ yɛ mehu paa no sɛ kasa ɛne abakɔsɛm no deɛ ntumi ɛnyi mfiri yɛdie mu ɛna yɛhwɛ no nso so a ɛmi sɛ yɛmu bi ɛkasa bebree ɛwɔ platform no so yɛnyɛ deɛ no a yɛanya no kwan bɛn so na yɛn nso yɛfa yɛde tete yɛn ba ɛfisɛ yɛn ba ɛne yɛn yerenom ne yɛn kununom ɛyɛ baabi a yɛbɛtumi asase afiri ebinom ɛka yɛn kurom kasa no nanso so kɔ fie a borɔfo no de kasa ɔmo ma because one of legend the teachings now African culture and African consciousness. Him say a culture and the who we are in himself was a friend to ma was a yeto media nama nije ya edino and who chain abro pudding. If some beba or night, maybe penny or 9 years. Ma obia anywhere or abro pudding. And Jimmy Chas, yes, sir, may just add in a tumor. That's it. But not sa consciousness and need a home say museum about custom history there cry na me pekra because the entire na me pen say date in kwane figures me numbers there me nya ho ade enti na ma ni je ho but na history na ye kire o say ona na ye say And your history the past exams. Near the past exams and the nika because we need empty. And now crowd when in yes obesua. I just will be our pay date in the numbers. Me university cry a historical foundation. You really who he be papa but we na ya consciously ya yesu ya no because me to home maybe am obi bi amiti maybe am obi bi am me hear preach maso all the time me ntie audio book bi a na yes me tie obi audio and obi interview e fast consciousness you and the more we tie no na wa dream more be to the certain level be say one sem bi a obeka bi a na emodu and sometimes so kasa obi gina ba bi a ya no fi say wo de osomsom foforo but onim say wadwen no na apagya duru sene na ye nyina ye ka say you be spiritual no waduru wo high elevation ba bi a wo no uhu uti obi kasa uti say we na adwen muso a we shallow nti no na wapagya onim de akọ animu nti e translate e ba adwuma mu ye nkita hodie mu ye ne afoforo omo a ne omo de isa so ni nyina ye kwan papa ana kwan foforo a ye befa so a ye so kakra so obi so kan yo ha say ma ye nya asem no tiefo ko a ye nya asem no so yefo ye no na ye so ye de san afoforo omo ben ye kakra na omo so di anamo achi no e wo ye mfie mu ne enwuma mu no na omo so sisa me de me ma de me nya duru fie a onim say twi na ba kokura tim ka kire ba ko say o papa e ba menka bro we so o ti o betia nti no aya amamre e wo fie the other day nyina ase emi say ade asa na yanya kwan aboa e ho for 30th nti eguso a ye boa e ho na meda legends was legend YouTube page no meguso na kra me load video ba ko
Okay. Awesome.
eguso den nti ano de wa na wa dum wa boy na eguso so a feedback no so e ba na ye na TikTok no obi ka kire me say just me foreign account and yes what's actually we moon some baby mo am wo hono de mbetumi actually mo better but e de enya ndu ho kese nti me so obi bi ma me because ba ko US do say foreign account never bo me ho de that but me person also onu na ma forget we na
about that I'm say you say unya I'm say 1,000 na obetimi I life yeah, that I'm so bet me a posty.
Oh,
I want me posty, and I want me posty.
Okay.
Bet me a posty.
Bet me posty, all right.
Yeah. I'm talking live. I'm so 1,000 or more, and I'm so then I'm many sure. Just say bet me a find out.
Okay.
Sana.
Okay.
So let's say be an and check it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. WhatsApp group no so you go so then you make a ho person yeah the end the mo ayen kokoyen and nanko and it beekeeping and you will be a person journey be a number near 0200 348 748 0200 348 748.
Okay.
But that was Mr. Buffy. When the question can come, legend. It will be as well.
All right, now so anyway, that's it.
Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir.
Dr. Nimo, Kasa Yache. Doctor. I'm said Dr. Ko. Okay. I'm said Dr. Say Dr. How Kasa will mute. So Kasa will mute, Doctor. Okay. Yo, said and then your topic it was becoming a money magnet. Unlock the secret behind how the wealthy think, and then a discussion, great contributions about from great people. Dear Canadian, 30th in match to the seminar, online seminar, savings systems for keeping money to invest. 30th, I said them kind is kind of the K2 it's kind of 200 was the same. Register to join. Numbers in a war and to register with me join it. Come on. I'll see the team join it. Sometimes not just the connections have been our. If you also are on the 12th of October, connected diaspora and local people for business. And also be another seminar about on the 12th October. Some friends say we be out very soon. But before then, 30th September, we are marching to this online service, online friends seminar. Again, say Wednesdays you'll have a paradigm shift. In some way, we talk to people who are because in bringing some information who they are. And as you the courage, credit me using but this paradigm shift to join here, almost any city. Subscribe to the Patrick Beff YouTube channel. Now will be a live show of paradigm shift. Hey, tell me kind of in a match to online seminar savings. Once again, make sure you spend wisely, save intentionally, and be generous. See you all. Bye-bye.